Molly, do you know where my vape is? Did you steal it? Oscar, did you steal it? Hey guys. Well, people in the bushes, I hope you're having a good day. Well, a good Monday, as good as you can have for a Monday, I guess, right? They're not so bad because I don't have to work. I no, but I really wish I could work. Hey, hey, what's up? How are you? How are you? I have no idea how you are. How are you? I know you too. I like your avatar. Very fitting. No, I was saying, I wish I could work. Like, when you can't work, then people think that like having time off is, well, like short time off. Short time off is great. When I remember back when I could work like a couple weeks, it was awesome. Like if you went on vacation, but even by the end of the vacation, like you're ready to go back to work. But people think that like people that don't work like have it easy, but it's not fun. You have to find like a lots of things to do, hobbies. Um, yeah, it's like nice to have a schedule when you work. So you're just like, Oscar, can you get off my feet? I know you love being on my feet, but it hurts after a while. You're big. Um, what was I saying? Um, yeah, like I wish I really like I'm jealous of Karen because she's so talented with her jewelry, and she has like when uh she wants to, get stuff off her mind or whatever, she can just like, work on jewelry. And she's so, I just don't have a talent like that that I could, how, well, how's work going? What's up? I forgot to ask you earlier how work was. That was not very nice of me. I was just venting, and not asking about work. Um, yeah, after I'm off 1 week for, yeah, yeah, because like it's good for like having people like socialization and um I don't know, just like it's just good to have a schedule of like and feel accomplished like that you've accomplished something. And that's why like with Karen F, like she accomplishes like beautiful jewelry. So I mean hopefully I can come up with something that I can do, that I could like not that like I need the money, or not that it wouldn't help, but um that I could do that I would enjoy every day. And I know she enjoys it. You can tell she enjoys it because of like all the details that she puts into it, and um just like how beautiful it is. I want to get the heart bracelet. It's what I want to get. She just came out with a heart bracelet. And I don't wear like a lot of necklaces, and I only wear like studs, like like diamond stud earrings, little ones. So I can't wear that stuff. But when she just put up that heart bracelet, I was like, that would work for me. Um, it's really cute. She like shaped all these hearts, and then they made like a heart chain for a bracelet. I think this month I'm gonna see if I can order it from her. And then I've got something from Karen. Right, when you do something you love, it's not work. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, my work was never. I enjoyed it. Like it was hard for me to get up. I didn't understand why work was so hard for me. Um, I just got used to it. I just thought it was norm until it got worse. But the work itself, like I loved it, and it wasn't work, and the days flew by, and even like the paperwork I'd have to do for like 6 hours afterwards because I eventually I like it was so hard for me that I couldn't work in the hospital for like the last like I guess like 4 years. I worked out, out of the hospital, checking moms that like had preeclampsia and I was mostly like the preemie nurse to check their weights and make sure like that medically they were stable and that they had not been improperly discharged because that happened a lot. That was really scary. Um, but I was able to make my own schedule with that. I could if I was like in horrible pain and like I was like couldn't move out of the bed or whatever, I could just like give myself another hour and I could make my schedule to like go to the houses. Whereas like hospital work, you have to be up by 5 and like out the no, you have to be up by like 4:30 and out the door. Depends. Just depends how far away the hospital is. But you have to get there for a report and you have to like scrub in. You guys have seen like a lot of like hospital shows, so you probably know what scrubbing in is. Because NICU, you have to scrub in every time so you don't bring anything. Hey, bushwatchers, you guys can come in and chat with me. All 18 of you or 17 of you. What's up? And I don't bite. What's up's not mean. He's definitely not mean. He's like the opposite of mean. Yeah, it was 6 hours of paperwork because, well, I would do 12-hour days still because they would be like 6 hours like out in the field. I start real early I usually almost every day had to draw blood on a baby, so that had to be done really early to get to the hospital. I'd have to drive it to the hospital. Um, they would always send like jaundice babies home like at 2 days when they should be there for like at least 4 to see like when it would spike, the number would spike. But the insurance didn't want to pay for it, so they would pay for um, the the company I worked for to have me, which was connected to the hospital, to but I would work for all the different hospitals that had NICUs. So then they would want it done really early so because sometimes the jaundice numbers, which is called bilirubin, would spike really fast overnight. And so the doctor, the pediatrician who ordered the visit, would want the number back as fast as possible, and labs are take a while. And then, I have to get there, I have to do the whole assessment, I have to do the teaching, and then so I leave all the computer part. Like I put the basics in there, like all the vitals and like what their general like assessment because yeah, I might not remember it and I didn't feel like writing it down and then like doing double work. But I would leave there was like tons more paperwork. So I would, like I said, do like 6 hours a day and then I would do 6 hours. So it was 12-hour days like normal. But I would do the other 6 hours at home on the computer. And you have to type up like long notes. That's probably why I type long notes because I'm used to typing. You have to make sure you cover everything. I mean, not all the nurses did, but like I always cover my butt. I would my not to like brag, whatever, but my managers would, hey, God's child. I bite sometimes. You do. uh, my managers would say like my documentation was like excellent because it covered their butt too, because they knew I was doing a good job. But how have you been, Godchild? Hi, Angel Baby. How are you? I'm sorry, last live I had Godchild. You came in like at the end, I think, and I didn't get to chat with you very much. Anything new going on with you in your life? Got your life. Oh, you never met me before? Oh, nice to meet you. I feel like I have met you. I guess I've seen you around. Um, I don't bite. I don't bite. What's up bites, but I don't bite. Monopoly, yeah, isn't that the best game? You got good eyes, God's child, because that's a tiny picture. Yeah, usually you can't tell from a picture what someone looks like unless you have like a magnifying glass. I remember when my mom got to a certain age, she started using magnifying glasses for like little stuff. Like she always wanted to see like what was in pictures or stuff like that. I what's the word? The detective that's like Oh, Miss Marple. There are this only like avid readers would probably know, but like there are these books called like Miss. I think they were called Miss Marple series, and then they made like BBC did like a series on her. They're really good. If you're like sick in bed and whatever, they're entertaining. She's hilarious. But it's real old school. So my mom loves Miss Marple. Video like all she rents them because my mom they do now have a TV. I grew up without a TV, but now they have like a little one, and they still have VHS tapes. So she goes to the library and rents them from the library. And so, but my mom is like really like a detective. Like she notices everything. She's very nosy, and which is weird because I didn't get that. I didn't get that quality from her. I guess I take after my dad. He doesn't care. He doesn't care about anything like that. But she does. Like one, like I'll tell that in a second. But so I call her Miss Marple. I'm like, okay, Miss Marple. But one time I was staying down there. I was like, I was working out to try to help with my heart and heart rate for 2 months and just excessively exercising. And I, my legs hurt. So in the middle of the night, no, not on me, Oscar. No, 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 not on me. I went in the bathtub, like the spare bathtub, and just like let like really warm, almost like scalding hot water run on my legs. And she noticed the next day, she's like, "Did you use the bathtub?" Like, she noticed that the shower curtain wasn't quite pulled all the way. I was like, "Oh my gosh, mom, you notice everything." So we would like make a joke out of it, everything she'd notice. "Oh, your fault. I'm so sorry, God's child. Well, he was sick, wasn't he? I remember that. I am so sorry. November. Yeah, that's not been that long." Oh, he was doing better for a little while, right? He was doing some different treatments, like natural treatments, and the doctors thought, if I remember correctly, the doctors, were impressed that he was doing as well as he was for so long. It's been a couple years now, right? Sorry. Yeah, I can see you, Angel Baby. Yep, I can see you. I was just busy telling my story, Miss Marple's story. Anyone who likes, it's like the opposite of like true crime. It's more just like a I don't know, like old school, like movies. I can't really explain it. Oh, you commented on one of my pictures and I couldn't remember myself. Oh, that's what it was. Yeah, you said we looked like we could be like doppelgangers. Is that what it's called? Like twins? Yeah, that's cool. We look alike. That's nice. Yeah, yeah, I have different hair color depending like if I want it red, dyed red or highlights, or if I in this picture I didn't highlight it yet. Yeah. I just got it highlighted like 2 weeks ago. So it's blonder now, a little blonder now. But I just have like sandy, like reddish brown hair. It's basically brown, red, and blonde all together, like just naturally. But I like it a little. My mom likes it a little blonder. So they say like mothers know best. So I I guess it's because my skin coloring, it looks better blonde because I have freckles. So I'm on my break. Just oh, thank you, Angel Baby. All right. Thank you for coming in. It was Please come in anytime. I don't come on a lot, but I'm gonna try to come on a little bit more so I can chat with you guys. Oh, you are a highly sensitive person. Oh, CC details. Nice. You're wow, gotcha. That's like very fitting for you since you are very I hate the word religious, but like you're very in tune with all that. That's really crazy that you could find that out that far back that you're related. Hi, Ray Ray, that you're related to King David. Yeah, the one, yeah, David and Goliath. Yeah. I'm a PK, pastor's kid, so you can't really probably tell me much anything that I wouldn't like already know from growing up in church my whole life. My mom too. Oh, so we all look alike. Your mom, you, and me. You're probably already on your breaks. I'm so behind, but didn't get past anything with my mother. Oh, you mean, oh, your mom was doesn't look like us. Yeah, she's like really like on top of stuff, nosy. She's always knows what you're up to. Had a brain tumor. Oh, yeah, that with some of those, right, if it's on the brainstem. Oh, because they could nick something. I hope you get peace and can soon, that it doesn't, I mean, you'll love them and miss them forever, but just like a break from the total agony, because I haven't lost a parent yet, and I know that that's just going to be probably one of the hardest things in my life. You listen from the bushes? I don't chat much. Okay, I remember you, Ray. That's okay. You can Thank you for at least stopping in and having the kindness to stop in and say hi. I appreciate you listening from the bushes. You have to email me, Angel Baby, a picture of yourself. It's just my channel name. It's Jersey with Jules at Gmail. I mean, if you have, I mean, I don't, leak or give out anyone's stuff. So, you can trust me. But if you just still feel nervous because of like any past experiences, you can, one second, my mouth is dry. I've been waking up lately, like with a really like dry mouth. I have no idea why. I guess the air's dry. I need a humidifier. You guys probably did not care to know that. Um, uh, just send it to jerseywithjules@gmail.com so I can see what you look like. That would be interesting. Yeah. It was super nice meeting you too, Angel Baby. I almost didn't look at the oh, oh, from rabbis. Wow. I didn't know you were Jewish. You're Jewish, Godchild? I mean, I don't know how I would know that you were Jewish, but I did not know. Nice. I used to know Rabbi. I used to talk to him. Since I'm Protestant, I would like to ask him questions, like biblical questions, and he really enjoyed. It was interesting. Like I don't know if many rabbis would like to talk to somebody about, like Protestantism, whatever. That sounds like another word, but he did. He would really, and he even say he's like, I really enjoy our chats. So I was like, oh, nice. King David and I don't know Rashi, so you got me on that one. That's might be a Bible thing. I don't remember. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That is a big thing. That is, you're still like, yeah, 31 is still like, not time for you to lose your father. It's never the right time to lose your father, but when you're 31, like, yeah, it's super, super hard. Because I don't think you're married, right? And you don't have any kids. So all that stuff. Not to bring it up, but you don't want him to meet the grandkids, and cancer is just awful. Cancer. My mom had cancer. Um, I guess that's the only person that's like real close to me that had cancer. And it was awful. It's just like really um to to think that our bodies do that. But it's really neat that we have such like progressed uh medically, that a lot of cancers can be cured both with conventional and unconventional, like stuff that you've talked about, Godchild, like especially with like your things about like how to really calm the body and de-stress it and reduce inflammation, and then also with just attitude and positivity. That's what I see in Karen F. Like I know she's going to beat it because she's got like all that going for her. um, she's got like a relaxing hobby that she enjoys. She's super positive. She's like she's from when I started my channel. I don't think she came around like right when I started it, but pretty quick, like within a year. And she would leave like these really detailed, long comments that like were really helpful, and it just showed her character, like what an awesome kind of person she was. So I got to really like her a long time ago, and I don't know if she's into like holistic stuff, but if you ever had any stuff, I'm sure she's would be open to like that stuff too. I don't know if she does yoga or meditation, things like that. I know before I stopped doing lives, I had started getting into talking more about different modalities of unconventional, like holistic medicine. Um, and then I smoked pot, which was supposedly something that is they make it out to be more holistic, but I don't know if you guys just saw that case. There was a case that's in the news right now. It happened a while back, but this girl, she and her boyfriend were just watching a movie together and smoking weed, and she had got what I got. She got marijuana psychosis, and she stabbed him 108 times. Like, I'm like, oh my gosh, it could have been worse. Like, because when you go into that, you don't know what you're saying or doing. Like, you're in another world. And people were mad that she didn't get time in prison for it, but she could have, her mind could have told her that like he was like a demon, or because you hallucinate. And so I was watching or listening to a podcast about it, and they were mad that the judge just put her on ju- 2 years probation. But I thought, I bet you he researched like what actually happens when you do go into that and how severe it can be. Some people like can smoke it their whole life and be totally fine, and that's great. But it's not talked about, like what it can actually do, and how it's like 20 to 30% stronger than weed back in the day, like the stuff they smoked in Vietnam and like all that kind of stuff. It's at such a strong like potency that's why it's happening more often. But it's happening mostly in the ages of between the ages of the 14 and 25. So that's when the brain is like changing and developing and everything. So that's understandable. But it can happen, at any age. So it's like crazy. It was awful. Rashi is the person who invented the Hasidic religion. Oh, okay. Then that's why I don't know. Huh. Yeah, I did have a friend and she survived it. She had a brain tumor, stage 3. No, it might have been stage 4, because she had breast cancer years ago, and then she was good. And then like 10 years later, she got brain cancer. She would get these like horrendous headaches, and they wouldn't listen to her at the ER. So her sister, who's a nurse, an OR nurse, like took her back and walked her in there and was like, we will not leave until you do, a CAT scan of her brain. And they found it, and they did surgery, and they gave her like 6 months because it was stage 4, and she survived. It's been like 15 years now. It's like amazing. So yeah, it can, especially breast cancer. I think that's the one that spreads the most. Can spread anywhere in the body. I mean, I don't know if it can spread anywhere in the body, but I think so. Water fasting, right? Because that's very anti-inflammatory, because the food, just the sugar, causes the inflammation and all. I know my mom kind of cut out sugar the best she could, except for she loved Coke, because the chemo made her taste buds like not work properly, and she didn't like the taste of food, so she dropped a lot of weight. And but she loved Coke, like just regular Coca-Cola, and she drank that a lot. But other than that, she didn't eat sugar, and she I think that was good for her to like cut back on inflammatory, because they know now better that it's not high cholesterol foods, although high cholesterol foods aren't good for you, that it's actually sugar and high fructose corn syrup. I'm having a hard time talking because my mouth's dry, and I just don't know why. And like carbs and things like that are actually causing inflammation in the lining of the blood vessels, and then that is actually what's causing them to like have like little places where they break open, and that's where stuff that's where the plaque builds up and clogs. So because I always wondered, because my grandma, high cholesterol runs in our family, and my grandma has a very high cholesterol, and she's like 96 now, or 97. And my grandpa died at like only 72 or 74, and he didn't have high cholesterol. So I remember as a young kid like wondering, like that seemed unusual. Not young, because obviously they weren't old at that time, but like young enough, like when I was like in college or whatever. Yeah. Oh, I've never heard of that, although that is definitely possible, colon cancer going to the brain. Um, but I haven't heard. I don't know anyone that's happened to. So yeah, I have two close people that have had bad cancer and survived it, and both of them had really great attitudes. Like my mom didn't not she didn't not it wasn't that she didn't have a good attitude, but she was obviously scared and depressed and sad. And she because I think I was in nursing school at the time or whatever, and I knew about maybe not. No, I wasn't in nursing school. I knew the purpose of like a good attitude helping the body. I called all the siblings because they didn't like they weren't calling her, and I'm like, guys, we have to have like a schedule where we all do like a certain day so that she has something to look forward to and she stays positive, and we have to just like not talk negative about anything, like just act as if it's not even going on so that it makes her not think about it. And she started to really do really well with her attitude, and because you need support, like uh, more extra support, which Karen F is definitely getting, which I'm really happy about. Toxins accumulate in the body and become cancer. It's important to detox the whole body every year. Yeah, I don't do that, God's shadow, though I'm sure I should. I take a lot of vitamins and I eat keto, so really don't eat. I eat just the smallest amount of sugar, like just once in a while. So I eat and bread. I don't eat any bread anymore. So I don't have a lot of that stuff. Because I do have like high cholesterol. I've had high cholesterol for like I don't know since I was like 20. So um I just finally like was like, all right. Oh, actually, it was actually WhatsApp that made me take my cholesterol pill because I didn't want to take it. It made me. I'm like, because only old people take cholesterol pills, and he was just like, no, you need to take your cholesterol pill. So I was like, he didn't say it like that. He was like, Joel's like if you need it, you need to take it. And I'm like, you're right, I do. So now I've made it part of my regimen because it is important. So yeah. So what's everybody in the bushes doing? Anything interesting? Are you guys working? Are you guys driving? What are you up to? Not very interesting, so I'll try to come up with some I probably won't do any drama today. I have nothing to talk about drama wise. If you guys were in the chat, you guys could always bring up drama if you wanted. I would comment, respond to you. Um, like I said before, chats could be kind of boring if there's no drama, like obviously, but you just don't want to get out of hand, like where people are getting made fun of or hurt, because people can be really sensitive and nobody knows another person's like mental state if they're at the point of suicide, because they have a lot of other things that have beat them down, and it can get them to that point because it can get really cruel on here, like really cruel. Oh, wow, you're at Whole Foods market. I love Whole Foods. I don't have one around me anymore in the country, but back when I lived in Haddonfield, like up north, like an hour up north, it was about 30 minutes away. It was kind of far. It was like in this place called Medford, which was like wealthier area, which is usually where Whole Foods markets are because their stuff is pricey. And I love going in there because I like their natural like skincare products and um like they had a lot of like yogurt, probiotic yogurt kind of stuff. I was into that before it really became well known that it was good for mental health and good for digestive system and just for your whole body, for your intestines to be colonized with probiotics and prebiotics. People think you just have to have probiotics, but you have to have prebiotics because that's their food. Probiotics feed off the prebiotics, and most people don't eat like really healthy food that like vegetables and like seeds and like all the basic stuff that we all know we should eat have prebiotics in it. And so if you're taking a probiotic and you're not eating anything that has prebiotics in it, it's not a waste, but they can't grow. They can't like proliferate. I'm having trouble with pronouncing words. They can't proliferate, and so you want to. But I have noticed you want to eat a lot of like whole real foods. I have noticed with your probiotic. I have noticed that there are some probiotic companies now that are putting it in combination. They're putting prebiotic in with it. I'm like, that's good. But they were like a little slow behind the game. All right, I gotta drink some more ginger ale because this is bad. My mouth is I had to go to the hospital the other day, just not too long ago, because my heart rate was too fast, and they just gave me IV fluids to like bolster my blood volume to bring it down. Wait, what was my point to telling you this? Um, Something about my mouth. Oh, my mouth being dry. Excuse me. Oh, my sodium was low, and I'm like, I don't know why my sodium would be low. That's kind of weird. So I'm gonna have to get them to retest it, because if your sodium low, you're not gonna hold on to fluid, which would make dry mouth. So I go to just my regular doctor on Thursday. So I'm gonna just ask. They're really great there. I have a great doctor right now, and he'll do whatever. So I'll just ask them to check my sodium level again to make sure, because ERs don't really care. They only care about like emergent stuff, and that's definitely not emergent if your sodium is a little bit low, but that's not normal for a healthy person. So of course I had to Google it because I didn't remember any reasons why you'd have hypo. It's got a hyponatremia. Like I have no idea what would cause hyponatremia. So I Googled it, and of course scared the shit out of myself. What could cause it? So oh my gosh, I shouldn't have done that. I like the vegetables and fruits here more. Do they taste better, godchild? Are they fresher? Digestive enzymes are important for the. Yeah, gotcha. I did used to take those. There's like a doctor, he's like kind of famous, who makes this like line. They're expensive. This line of like this whole like stomach line of pills. There's like digestive enzymes, and you buy it all in a kit kind of thing, and it's got like 5 bottles of each or something. I don't know, it was crazy. It was really expensive. I still have some left. But I had taken like a lot of antibiotics back when I bought it, because I had gotten septic, um and which was a crazy story, but I won't tell because it's boring, no one wants to hear it. And So when you get a lot of antibiotics, obviously it kills everything, like the bad bacteria that it needs to, so you don't die, but it also kills all the good stuff too. So I wanted to get something good to replenish all that. And so I did used to take digestive enzymes, but I wasn't as like health conscious back then as I am now. Like now I'm like everything, I try to think like very methodically about like what I'm putting in my body after what happened 2 years ago, to to make the best of what, like my health, because you can't take your health for granted. Yeah. Have you ever checked the foods you're allergic to? Yeah, they did do a test, and I'm allergic to a lot of medicines, but I'm not allergic to a lot of actually DDP. I don't know if you know DDP. He has what I have, mast cell disorder, which is like where you're allergic to a lot of stuff. So it's weird. I'm actually I develop allergies to meds, but I don't have a lot of food allergies. I'm only allergic to, and it's like just a sensitivity. Like I only get like itchy rash, like if I eat a lot of it, like walnuts and tree nuts. Peanuts are not, I don't think peanuts are actually really nuts. They're like in the potato family or something like that. I don't know, something like that. And but So any tree nuts I'm allergic to, and mold, of course, which like a lot of people are allergic to mold. And I think that's it. It's like really limited, which was very odd. Um I guess I could get it done again, but it's not fun. You have to like lay there for an hour while they like do all those pricks on your back. I've heard of blood tests, but I've done some study of research, and it doesn't seem like that if they're all that accurate. Like, so it's a good amount of money to, if it's not really that accurate. Where my cousin that lives in Scotland, she did it, and she got back all her panel of what she was allergic to with a blood test. So maybe I need to look back into that, because that'd be a lot easier. If it actually they determined it is like accurate, then it would be like that would be simple. Just get some blood taken, and they would, because I could be allergic, like where my body could not like certain things, because that's probably why I had the psychosis, because my brain was like sensitive to the THC, whereas other people can have THC like and be completely fine. I was for 3 years. I never was a pot smoker growing up. I wasn't a goody two shoes. I wasn't a Pollyanna like I used to get called. I just like, well, for one, it scared me because I didn't want to like hallucinate, and two, I just, yeah, I was like kind of scared of my parents. getting in trouble finding out. And so I didn't smoke it till adulthood, and then I smoked it 3 years before I had any issues. It was just that it was so potent. Like I got a different strain, and it was like really high, a high strain, and that was what they were saying on the podcast. The doctors were saying that weed is like crazy. Like he was completely against weed, that it was bad, but that was just his opinion. But it's 20 to 30% stronger than your grandpa's weed. Dr. Loomis. Yeah, it might be Dr. Loomis. It's been like 3 years since I bought it, so I can't say for sure that's what it was, but it could be Dr. Loomis. They have more nutrients and taste better. Oh, okay. Yeah, there's no way I can go there, gosh, because it'd be like a 2-hour drive. Like, there's no way. Yeah, but I wish they had one around here. But see, but I really shouldn't be complaining, because I just go to like the farmers, which is even better, because they have all their there I have an egg stand, and like I sell my eggs in from the spring to the fall, so that when they stop laying. So same thing, like the farmers put out road stands to sell their produce. So it's, yeah, yeah. Right now, no. So like I just bought like broccoli and cauliflower the other day, and it's not like really that good. But I can get it once spring comes around. I could just get it at the farmers markets. They're little ones. Oh, you have salicylate sensitivity. Wow, is that in a lot of stuff, Godchild? I wish I knew your name so I didn't have to keep calling you Godchild, but I don't want to ask you because a lot of people are private about it. I have to go right now. I'm driving him. Oh, thank you. No problem, guys. I don't feel bad. But thanks for keeping me company. I had like 25 people in the bushes, but I poor thing, you had nobody to talk to but me. No, no problem. I'll just talk to myself. Yeah, be careful, be safe, and have a good day. Thanks for coming in and chatting with me. You're one of the OGs for sure, God's child. So, what can I talk about? Let's see. So yeah, well, I guess I could say the hospital. Yeah, that was nice. The hospital near us is really nice. It's out here in the country. It was bought by Cooper, which is right in Camden where we did the interviews and stuff. And Cooper's gotten enormous. Like it's more of a teaching hospital, so it's got like a lot of research going on and everything. So it was bought out by Cooper, which is good. So they have Cooper doctors, and I really trust them. They've determined a lot of stuff. That's Cooper's where they diagnosed me actually with doing a heart catheterization. They were able to figure out I wasn't just having like panic attacks. It was something different when my heart would fly up real fast. Um, but they I'm really like Cooper because I'm grateful that they were able to diagnose that, and then a few other things they were able to help me with. So I like this hospital here because even though it's like you'd be like, well, it's like a little like bodunky like little country hospital. It's not, and the staff is like really nice. And since I have to go in for fluids, like I'm supposed to get fluids like every week anyway, but it's not worth like the drive. It's like 45 minutes to get to the cancer place to get fluids, and then the 45 minutes back, and just like it doesn't help enough for me to like do that a couple times a week. So I just periodically go in the hospital, and just they'll just pump me with fluids and just watch my heart rate come down. They're like, "Oh, it's coming down nicely." But they so I got my headphones charged and my phone charged and ready, and I was just like, and warm socks because it gets so cold in the hospital. And I just went and just got my fluids and got to chat with like all the staff. um there was one that I'd seen before, and she was like, I got your headphones. I'm like, you remember? She's like, yeah, I loved your headphones so much because they're like these pink, like kind of like gold pink, I forget what you call it, it has a name. And she thought they looked really expensive, and I'm like, no, they're like $30 on Amazon. So she remembered me, and she said, And I guess I had the headphones, so that would definitely remind her too. But she got them on, like, a Black Friday sale for, like, 19 bucks or something like that. I was like, "That's awesome." Which actually I'm gonna have to buy new ones because I left them in the rain. I was in the hammock the other day, and I once I got out of the hammock, I forgot to pick my headphones up, and they got wet. So, I don't know if they're gonna work anymore, but they're super comfy. She's like, "They're super comfy?" I'm like, "Yeah." I wish I could tell you what the name of them are if any of you guys wanted, like, they're like the bigger headphones, the large ones. If any of you wanted headphones, but I don't remember the name of them. Um, so yeah, I got to talk with all that, like all the medical staff. They were super nice, and it was a pleasant experience. I just got 2 liters of fluid, and but when I got there to the hospital, there was like this guy who they had to call the cops on him, and there was all kinds of stuff going on. So it was like, how ER nurses are and staff. It was just like stressful for them. He'd been there like twice that day already, and I don't know. I think he was looking for drugs, but I'm not sure. They used to do that at Cooper all the time, like look for drugs, try to get the doctors to give them something. But most ERs have wised up. Like if I'm ever in pain and I ask them for something, they'll give it to me. Because I never ask. I don't. Yeah. I don't know. I've always been scared of like IV drugs because I've gotten them before. Like if I've had to stay in the hospital for like a week or something for something really bad, and they're definitely fun. They're definitely fun to take, and I don't want to enjoy them too much to be like, "Oh, yeah, my heart rate's too fast. I have to go to the ER so I can get pain meds." So, but, yeah, I won't ever ask for that. But they know who's, like, drug seeking. They usually know who's drug seeking and who's not drug seeking, so, yeah. Well, let's see. To my 15 bush watchers, I don't have very interesting stories, um, and I have no one up here to talk to on my panel. I used to do that sometimes. It was nice. It's nice to have someone on your panel to talk with. Um, I remember Kay used to come up here. Um, and who else used to come up? Yaxley will come up sometimes. Where are you, Yaxley? um, hmm. I didn't have a lot though. I didn't really drop my link too much. I didn't really know how to like grow my channel very well. I was more focused on outreach part of the outreach part of it than the like growing like the channel as far as like socially like with people and everything. So um uh oh, I know what I wanted to mention today. I want to mention this, and this is just, I know she'll listen to this live, so hopefully she'll give it a thought, and it might be helpful. So Miss Passion and I have had, and you guys, most of you guys probably don't know this who are listening. I don't know if you guys know like what went down between us or whatever, and I'm not going to tell the story because I want to give Miss Passion like the opportunity and to be there to like not debate it with me, but to discuss it cordially. So WhatsApp was really kind to offer to like email her because they're cool, and he's emailed her before, and they've they get along well. So he said, so he could email her and see if like he could help with like stopping the fight or whatever. 'Cause she's been making like video after video about me that I don't like. I guess this is all I'll say, so because she's not here, but that are lies about me, but I don't want to like go into it. So, because she's, like I said, she's not here to defend herself, and I don't, so I was thinking that if she was willing to come up on the panel, with someone else, if someone else is willing to come up on the panel, we could just talk it out, and maybe there was something that like she misunderstood that I said or that I did that we could just like both give our timeline of like what happened, and it could have just been like hurt feelings on her part, and then she got mad at me for that, and so that's why she's bringing it back up again because like 3 or so months ago, she apologized to me. Like, I don't know if she was like, "I'm sorry," but you know what I mean? Like a nice mess, like, comment on something, letting me know that she had it was water under the bridge and everything was fine, and I was like, "Oh, that's awesome, like, that's super cool," because I always like Miss Passion, like, uh I don't know if anyone has this on their phone, but it's that like little microphone button where you can like send voice clips. I taught Luna how to do it, and Luna was like, "This rocks." It does. It's like so much easier than texting. You just voice clip what you want to say instead of having to type it, especially if you're driving. Um, and I think it's only like 3 minutes long. You can do them for, but they're fun. So we used Luna. We've kind of like we stopped doing it because I have a new phone and it doesn't freaking do it. But, we used to, um, do, uh Miss Passion and I used to send them back and forth to each other, and she's hilarious. Like, she doesn't really, like, do a lot on her channel, like, I mean, I don't look at it because I don't until, like, if someone tells me she said something starting to say something about me again, so I don't, really regular her channel or whatever, but, so I don't know for sure she doesn't do funny stuff on there, but she has a really funny sense of humor, she's super comical, and she'd have me cracking up on her voice clips, like, telling me funny stories and stuff. Um, so, I mean, I'd love to, like, just squash the beef and, like, who cares, who thinks who's lying or who did what or didn't do what or, like, I know my truth and, like, my truth isn't gonna change based off of, like, having a debate or discussion, panel on here, but I would like to have one with her so that the misconceptions that maybe happened that really derailed the whole situation, we could discuss it that way. Just doing it online, and then people there could be someone there because the problem is it's just back and forth, back and forth. She says the same thing, and then I repeat back the same thing that I've said, and we get nowhere. But it's just when you type, and sometimes when you type, something can come off like maybe like a little snarky, or it just doesn't give all the details. And when you're on a live, you can you know, actually like you can tell by the person's voice if they're upset or, and then you can be like, what upset you about that? And like just maybe figure it out from there. Um, and it's not because I'm just like, I hate having enemies. I mean, I do hate having enemies, but I really would love to just like put it to bed and forever have it water under the bridge, not just like for 6 months and then it comes back up again. Um, and this is a while back. This is when I don't know if you guys remember Byron, but when she was dating, and then living with Byron, we were friends. So it's been a long time. So like a lot of stuff could have been like forgotten, misconstrued, all that. Sorry, I'm drinking again. Hi, people watcher. Welcome. Thank you for dropping in. Thank you for letting me have someone to talk to, so I'm not just talking to myself and the bushes. I used to watch your channel when you did that reach and just lost touch. Yeah, okay. I'm sure People Watcher wasn't your name then, right? I was still subscribed and watched your last live and came back today. Oh, name. Oh, yeah, Nicole Jurgens. Yep, I do recognize that name. Oh, nice. Thanks. Yeah, sorry, I was like on fire on my last live. I was definitely had a lot I had pent up. So if it was a lot to listen to, People Watcher, sorry about that. I had held a lot of stuff in and it was like a venting session. And then I thought if I could just vent in one live and just say everything that's been bothering me about everything on YouTube, then I can just be done with it. And then we can have good chats. Like normally there's like a lot more people in here. This might just be like a weird time. I should have gone on at like 10, but we have like at least like 10 people chatters, like just 10 core good chatters that are like been my friends for a very long time. Because since I was gone for a little while, I've you're not gonna have people like know that you go live. So I'm so glad that you saw it and that you know that I go live and you can come in here. How have you been doing? Hey Luna, I was talking about you. How have you been doing, Nicole Jurgens? And other chatters too. Yeah, there's a WhatsApp probably has a meeting. He usually has his meetings like at like right about this time, noon or like 1 or 2. So he's otherwise I know he'd be chatting in here. And then God's Child, my other chatter, was driving. I had to go somewhere. It's always nice to see God's Child because he doesn't come around places very much. He's kind of a private dude. Um, you enjoyed it? Oh, good. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it because I was definitely ranting and raging. Yeah, that's about as raging as I get. Yeah, it was a lot of pent-up frustration and trying to, clear my name on things and um like I don't really want to talk about anything like that's been going on. There's been a few things that have been going on, but I don't want to talk about them because they don't matter. If anyone had any questions though, like if they thought I did something or if I was they wanted to clarify like what happened, like in my opinion, they could always ask in the chat. I don't mind. Um I don't want to create drama or whatever by um just bringing up the topics. They'll be done and over with like in no time, hopefully just water under the bridge. As long as you just ignore it, then it'll just go away. Yeah. Other than like I said, this thing issue with Miss Passion has not gone away for about 3 years, or maybe it's been 2 to 3 years. And I'd like her to come up on and chat with me. I know she doesn't mind coming up, or even camera. She does camera too, so she wouldn't mind as far as that part goes. I just don't know if she feels like talking to me. So I'm just putting out that invite. So I think she listens. I'm pretty sure she listens to my lives. But if anyone talks to her and hears this and is in the bushes, you can definitely let her know for me. I would really appreciate it. What? Oh, nothing. You didn't do anything, Luna. I was saying how I taught you about that little voice, the little recorder button on the phone. Not the one to spell to type, but the one to do like little voice clips and how you were all excited. Like you're like super excited about it. It was cute. You're like, oh my gosh, this is like awesome, the best thing ever since sliced bread. Because you can uh instead of having to type everything. But then I said, and then, but Luna and I don't do that anymore. And I'm like, I don't know why. And then I remembered it's because I got a new phone that doesn't have it, which, because you be getting messages every day. Because, like what's up and I talk like all day long. So like um, you would be like, I'd be sending you little voice clips all the time because I'd be telling you like all like my deep dark secrets, and I don't tell those to WhatsApp. WhatsApp doesn't know. Yeah, I do. I tell them some of my deep dark secrets. No, but I sometimes you and I would leave us each other like so many because we had like all of our like feelings about things like, oh my gosh, I have a feeling about this and I'm upset about that, and did you know about this? And I can't do it anymore. And I love getting your little voice clips. So that's what I was talking about. You did nothing at all. You're doing okay? Oh, good, people watcher. Hanging in there. I guess I should have said non-chatters too. Yeah, so you should have waved at the bushes. Yes, Luna. Yeah, that's going down again. It's the same story again, and I want to see if she'll reconcile it with me. Yeah. Yeah, well, I try not to give attention, Luna, and like if nobody was paying attention to it, then it wouldn't be a big deal. But like the newbies, like, and I know they're not newbies, they're just newbies to me because I wasn't around for T8, the TH saga period. Like, I came, what is it? Like, not there's BC and AC TH. So I didn't know all the girls in TH's group. I remember you telling me there's a new girl in town, like you sent me a message when I was sick and you're like, and it's getting really crazy. There's so much drama, Jules. And I remember, um, but then when I came back, she was really nice to me. And she said she admitted actually just recently when she came around, she's been coming around now, TH, that she was just nice to me because like that's how she does, like when she tries to like, I guess I don't know if she said con, so she didn't say con. I feel bad, but like con people or whatever. I'm like, oh, okay, because I didn't understand why everyone didn't like her. Because like it's like with everybody, you only know what you experience with that person. So someone can talk to you to the blue in the face about what horrible things another person's done to you, but if you've only seen their nice side and you don't see their mean side, nobody knows. Like they think, well, like this person's really nice, they have a chat and they're just like nice to everybody, but they're nice to everybody if they get what they want, or if they're other people are being nice to them. But if you cross them, like, watch out. So yeah, I got the side to teach that it was really nice. Like, she had nothing against me. She had heard about me from you. She said you told her a lot about me, and so she kind of felt like she knew me, and so we got along great. And I didn't, and maybe like some of the stuff that had been going on that needed to be dealt with had already been dealt with. So there weren't really like any like parenting issues or any scams or like anything. Like, I'm just like, I don't know why these people don't like her. Like, I don't understand. Like, I mean, she talks a lot, but I talk a lot. And um that was it. That's the only thing I could think. And I'm like, why are they, I thought, why are they picking on her? And Swiss Miss actually did a live where she went on there, and I couldn't watch it. I was busy. So I was like, oh, cool. I'll get to watch it later because I'll get to like learn a little bit about the TH situation, but she privated it. So I know Swiss Miss will not unprivate it for me, but if she would, please do. Please unprivate it. I don't know why it's private, but I would like to hear about TH, so I can understand that whole like year that I was at just completely gone from YouTube. And no, I was not on sock accounts or doing anything like that. I was really gone from YouTube for, that, Luna, because you didn't barely probably hear much from me text wise. I know Diana knows. Yeah. Stay same. I steer clear of the drama. I get a lot of crap being a mod for Maddie. Oh, okay. I do it to try to keep the ugliest comments away from her. Yeah, she is aware of her doings, and I just feel she shouldn't be. Yes, I totally understand, people watcher. I feel a lot the same as you do. I would go over in her chats because I try to say something like positive, so she'd hear something positive day. She is like amazing when it comes to like having thick skin. She really does, because I don't think I could have. The amount of people that have used her as clout chasing to put her name in their thing to try to get, a tons of views. Because Maddie, you'll get views if you want to get people to, if you want to get a lot of views for your lives or your videos. If you put Maddie Kaufman in there, or Maddie and Gerald, you'll get way more views. So she's still very popular, and people are really can be really ugly. So that's really nice of you too. And I think that's a good reason to be one of her mods, people watcher. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I mean, she's a drug addict. That's what they do. They do bad stuff to get their drugs. I mean, when they want what they want, that's how it goes. They will do pretty much anything because that's the nature of addiction. So I've never felt judgmental towards her, and I never understood why people could be so. I mean, I know she's scamming people, but like that, like I said, that's what it's kind of like being like bears tear people from limb to limb. Like, oh, okay, bears tear, and then like drug addicts scam people. Okay, drug addicts. Like, you're like, okay, why are we making such a big deal out of it? Yes, Molly, you want to come back up? Okay. Here we go. Little one. Here we go, little one. She's so cute. She puts her paws up when she wants to come up on the couch. Yes, but then you just go off and you do something for a little while and then you want to come back to mommy. And I'm like, what? Then you want to come back to mommy? Has anyone, well, I don't have enough chatters in here to know. Has anyone heard any news? I guess I should check SV's page out to see if she's put any new updates. I'm really proud of her. She's been in there, I don't over has it been a week? Over a week now? She's sticking it out. She's was serious this time. I did have a deep feeling inside that she was gonna do it this time. And I mean, she may still, you know, come out, but I think that she's going to stay in and not complete it. And I hope that she's able to get on a MAT that she's able to that works well for her, so that she is able to stay clean. With alcohol, we don't have that. It's just you just stop, when you're a drinker. But it's really nice that with dope or opiates that you have options for. I mean, they have a shot, but it doesn't always work. It's also used. I forget what the name of the shot is. I don't know why I don't remember. They use it for narcotics too, to suppress, but it's they don't. That's the only thing they have. And a lot of addiction is mental, so cravings are, if you can stop the cravings, that's really good. But there's also the mental aspect of it, which the shot doesn't, do. Whereas with the opiate mats, they're great because they still, and I'm not saying people are getting high off of them, because I don't believe that, but they're still getting some form of like pain relief, because some people do start using substances because of pain, and so if you go, that's a drawback. You can't really, you can't, when you stop using, your pain comes back, and so it's a big trigger to relapse, they don't know her. That's why they're giving her some time. They will eventually realize his passion is not. Yeah, they don't know her, right? Exactly, Luna. They don't know, like, right. And so that's what I was talking about. There were a few people that were over in her comment section that were like, "Oh, really?" That, believing that um this one is, this time around she's saying I'm Kenzie, like that, which is crazy. Like everybody that's actually anybody that's been around in the CWC, OG wise knows, about Kenzie. So thankfully What's Up went over there and he put a comment. I appreciate that. So hopefully, if that doesn't work with MP, if this is really just about just starting a fight with me, then it won't work. But I'm hoping that it does work, because I said he should be a politician, because he's like really good at, like, he's like keeping people calm and stuff like that. So if it doesn't work, hopefully she'll come on the panel with me. Or even if does work and she wants to come on the panel, it would be nice to talk to her. Because, like I said, she's got a really great sense of humor. She's really funny. Yeah. Attack. So I have a small amount of the drama. Yeah. So you have to deal with a little bit, but it's not as bad. People watch her. It's not as bad as it used to be, right? It's been about a year, hasn't it been? Or 2 years since it was really bad with some of the scams, that they were just trashing her so bad. Her name still comes up, but it doesn't come up like as much. I don't think, um, as far as people bringing her into the drama. I know Sharon used to ride her real hard, and I used to like get on Sharon, like, Sharon, please, like, leave Maddie alone. Like, it's not right. Like, she's an addict, and yeah, she's at a really much lower place than you are, but it's mean, Of course, Sharon didn't listen to me at that point, but that's after she had her channel for a while. She listened to me when she first had her channel. We were close, and she would like ask me questions, but not then. She was just like, "Whatever, Jules." And there was a few other channels in our community. I know Angie Reacts. I know they're trying to bring awareness to people not donating, and I get that, but you could talk, like I said before, like blue in the face. People are going to donate if they want to donate. They're not going to listen to people, telling them that someone don't donate because you're only. I mean, you have to basically get every single person not to donate in order for the person to actually hit rock bottom and get clean. She got a YouTube channel. It blew up because she was a really pretty girl. And she, I mean, I know I still think she could be a really pretty girl again if she got clean. I think she, because you always get new teeth, and she's got pretty features, and she just has to fill out. She just has to be not so skinny. That's what I always get on Sharon about, being like, I know she's in her BMI, she says, but she's still, right now she's okay. But for a while there, she was getting, her face was getting so gaunt, like her cheekbones were sticking out, and it just, worried, made me worry about her. Because like if you if you get the C word or whatever, you don't have any body fat to fight it, you know? Not that I really should be talking because I've been losing a lot. Like not that I had to lose a lot of weight, but I've been losing weight. So I really shouldn't be talking because I'm trying at least like eating my Greek yogurt and vegetables and stuff like that. Like if I'm not hungry, right? I've just been having a hard time with eating. Um, at least I'm putting in food that's like really good for me, you know? Yes, I remember that. People watcher, you do love people. You are always kind. You love people, and so you can't follow hate. Yeah. But so hopefully I have ADD, so sometimes I go off on little rants and forget where I was when I started. Um you do you want to be there like as a protector to kind of like catch some of the flack to stop it before she sees it because like I said she's really got thick skin but I still think it hurts really bad. It doesn't mean she doesn't have feelings. I think that she's gotten used to it and she has learned a coping mechanism of blocking it out and she doesn't watch it like she doesn't watch people who tagged her how bad they made fun of her and stuff. And I just don't understand how anyone sees like that it makes any sense that you should make fun of a drug addict. And the weird thing is there's people out there that, you know, are ex drug addicts or are friends with ex drug addicts and they make fun of drug addicts. And I'm thinking, how does that make sense? Like your friends are drug addicts or ex drug addicts and you guys are making fun of drug addicts. Like where's compassion for somebody else? Then you're not a true friend because a truly kind friend and person doesn't make fun of anyone with that kind of stuff because about it, you've been educated about it. If you're not an addict or been an addict, you've been educated about it, and then you should kind of have like part of your heart should soften to addicts because like not everyone has interacted with an addict before, so I can understand some biases and misunderstandings about it because they just don't know about it and they just think it's their choice like they're just choosing drugs when it's so much more complicated than that. They're not just being like some are there. I mean there are some that are just like some people just like dropped out of school and just were like what, I just feel like partying and I don't care, I just want to do it because it feels good. But there's a lot of people and even those people eventually they can't stop and I feel horrible because now their body is physically and neurologically addicted to the drug. But for the most part, a majority of people who are addicts that live on the streets have mental illness. So they're trying to stop the pain of what their mental illness is feeling like. It numbs it or distracts them for a while so that they don't have to feel that horrible feeling all the time. And I understand that better because of what I went through 2 years ago. So I've even been able to learn and have more compassion because I'd never had a narcotic problem. So or meth, like Ollie said. She read my nursing thing, like at the end it says meth, or I mean it says peth. Peth is a test. So that got spread everywhere that I was addicted, and everyone looked at me, like meth, and I'm like, no, I'm not. I never was addicted to meth. Like apparently someone can't read P's from M's. I mean, she really believed it, and like a lot of people really believed it. It was an awful time actually. Not just her. I mean, not from that one incident, but there were like a lot of people coming after me like at the same time. But so no, I never use any of those hard drugs. Um, the most I used was pot, and so I have um better understood with what the event that happened. The meth. Yeah, here I go. Now they're like, yeah, she definitely was because she's let it was a Freudian slip. The marijuana psychosis. I have understanding because it caused like it caused the mental health at the time.
Is it time to pick Joe up from work?
I'm sure he misses sorry guys, my echo is talking to me. It gives me reminders. So anyway, I have more understanding of people and compassion than I had even when I was doing the charity. So I do understand people who've never really interacted and they're judgmental. They just have to be educated. But I don't understand, like I said, people that have friends or have family members that are addicts that don't have compassion towards other addicts. One thing about Swiss Miss is she will straight up tell you what's on her mind. She ain't no hypocrite, which I like about her. Yeah, Luna, I don't know Swiss Miss well. I know she was a really good friend to Sharon when she was Sunshine. She was a really a loyal friend for a long time. One of her, I think, longer acting, like longer, not acting, longer friends. And she was like Sharon really liked her, so that really shocked me when they fell out. I never heard that story, but she doesn't like me. And I can tell you the story as to why she doesn't like me. But I I do she's like Jersey, like, she's like, I'm not so much like it because I've got my mom's, like I said before, Southern in me, but she's more, Jersey and New York people, and PA, because like Philly, we just say it how it is, like, we don't beat around the bush and whitewash it or anything like that, so, like, I like that about the fact that she just says it how it is, and it's, like, straightforward, because then you don't have to be like, does this person really like me or not like me? Like, you're not. But she's made a few kind of like snarky comments at me, and she's just standing up for her friend. So I can understand that she sees her side of the story over mine because A, she doesn't know me, and B, that's her friend. Um, but like, I would like to tell my side to the story if I could, but I don't really want to give it any like fuel or whatever to burn or whatever. And I even asked her if I could go on her in her chats, because like a lot of you guys are in there, and I haven't seen her like being like mean to people or anything like that. Like she seems to have like really good the chats I've watched lately, like um I'm cordial and friendly with Sharon, and she does things that I do not approve of. But I have friends kind of like just like how People Watcher was saying, like because I guess as I have a soft heart and I want the person to get better, but that doesn't mean I co-sign what they've done. Um, just like I'm sure when Sunshine was friends with Sharon, she was trashing me horribly and making fun of me, and she was still friends with her, and I don't hold any resentment towards her for that. But like I said, one of her close friends uh doesn't like me, and so I'm ostracized from all the newbies chats because I don't know about Court. I don't know if Court listens to me. She probably doesn't. But I'm gonna ask Court if she'll let me in her chats, but I have a feeling she's probably not gonna be allowed, because um all the other girls don't like me. Marcy Darcy, um well, there's only that not all of them. There's only like maybe a handful of like four because like KFC likes me. We've gotten along for a long time because KFC knows me because KFC has been around back when I was around, and she knows my character and she knows me for me. And and she doesn't have to like pick. She doesn't feel like she has to pick. Like by liking me doesn't mean she doesn't have to dislike the other person. She can like both of us. But Luna, being friends and you liking someone that maybe doesn't like me and maybe is trying to ostracize me from everybody else by not letting me over something that I think is very, very minimal and I didn't do anything wrong. Um, if she's trying to ostracize me, even though I think that's really not kind, I wouldn't be mad at you for liking her. Like I hope that she would just say, "Yeah, yeah, just don't you can come in the chat, just don't." I didn't wanna just go in there and then her get upset. I wanted to ask her personally first in a comment, and it got deleted, so that's the answer. But, she was ostracized before, she wasn't liked, so she has to know the feeling, and she was misunderstood, so she understands, like, what it must feel like, so I don't understand why she can't remember that feeling from when, she was ostracized from TH's. cause and from the fact that she likes Sharon, because she likes Sharon and nobody else likes Sharon, so therefore she was a bad person, and it shouldn't be like that. Just because you have a heart for someone and you don't agree with what they do, you're by being going in their chats once in a while or commenting positive things means you're just trying to support that person to try to get them so that they can get healthy off the drugs and hopefully become a better person. Now, if I see Sharon come back and she is clean and she's on an MAT and she does things like what she did with something recently, and still goes hard nasty at people like that, then I would distance myself because she's given all the tools now. Like what you do when you're a drug addict is completely different than what you do when you're not a drug addict. So I guess I think I just think about things like logically like that. I'm not a it's not I'm friends with Sharon and I'm, like I said, co-signing the things that she does, because she's done them to me. I mean, I've had to forgive her like 20 times for putting like my face like on like a prostitute's body and making fun of me and being like, I never was one and you were and da 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 ha ha, like, and lying about me a lot, like lying about me a lot. She's made up story after story about like our friendship, why it ended or why it this or that, and I've just been like, okay, let it go. Uh, pe- People, oh my God, they're awful. She just lets it roll off her shoulders, but it's got her exactly. Watch her. Sorry, I'm behind. I went on a little tangent there. She's still human. Exactly. She's definitely still human, and um I personally think they did it because she got money, like that she got a lot more money and subs and views. I think because I think that if she had only like if she had less than 1,000 subs and she didn't have like a lot of views, or I think people would be like surrounding her trying to help her. Um, I think it has a lot to do with jealousy. I think people look at numbers, both like chatter wise, like how many chatters you have and how many subs you have, and how much money you get from people, and people judge the person based off that, which is like in the Bible it says like money is the root of all evil. I think people get really catty and jealous over that, and they trash her for that reason. I mean, I also know they're upset at her for scamming, like Jesse Hope. I mean, that was horrible. Like, I love Jesse Hope, and that was really, really bad. Um, just to lie to her and tell her she was going into rehab and taking like $2,000 of Jesse's money. Um, but like I said, like a bear tears people from limb to limb. Drug addicts scam. I mean, there's different levels. Some do it worse than others, definitely than others. Um, but she doesn't seem to me to really have a mean bone in her body. And I know people disagree with me on that, but if she did, she'd be like talking smack about all of the people that talk smack about her and saying some pretty nasty stuff. And she doesn't. She just ignores it. She's not ignoring it because she's pretending that she doesn't care. She's ignoring it because that's how she deals with it, because otherwise, like, you've already got this fact that you're killing yourself with drugs. Now you've got like an army of people who basically want to bully you to death. Thing is, some of those are Hashemite are or have been an addiction themselves. They know what it exactly. They know what it's like. Exactly, Luna. Just don't send her exactly. I've never sent her money. That's another rumor, Luna, that Miss Passion, or I forget her new channel name. I have no problem saying it so people, I have no problem saying it. People go over there and giving her a shout out. Just don't send, but it's some I don't know, something kooks, crazy kooks or something. Is it CWC's Crazy Kooks with a K? Something like that? Yeah. So if you got anyone wants to go see the rumors or have already seen the rumors, that's what it is. She wants attention, so I just gave her some attention. That's what I think she wants. I don't really think she's hurt anymore by us not being friends. I mean, that would be like really bad, pathetic. 3 years of still like, being like super sad that like, she said I stopped. What did she say? I said like I ghosted her or something just out of the blue, which isn't true. I didn't ghost her. I just stopped. I just didn't want the friendship to be the way that it was, and I put my foot down. I just said, um, well, actually, I didn't put my foot down. I don't think I'm not lying. I just remember. I think I just kind of like stopped accepting. I stopped. She asked for money. I didn't answer, and then she sent me like these. Oh, I don't want to talk about it. I said I'd only do it if she's here, so she can stand up for herself. So let me stop talking about it. Just don't send her money or don't watch. No need to trash. Yes, just don't watch, but they continue to come on every live to trash her. Oh, it's awful. How do they get pleasure out of that, people watcher? I don't understand. The recovering addicts are the worst. I don't get it. Hi, Mary Carol. Sorry I'm late seeing you. How are you? I do too, people watcher. Wouldn't that be awesome? And then she could grow her hair back, and not that that's the most important thing when but for a woman it is, like grow her hair long and blonde again and fill out and just prove to everybody that she was able to do it, just like Sharon. I just hope. And then like with like AA, I never went to any of those meetings or anything, but I know enough about it. But like reckon one of the steps, as I've seen it in movies, one of the steps is I did it with help from um, Joe and help from God. I was able to quit, but I didn't do it the AA way or whatever. But anyway, one of the steps is going to people and apologizing and making clean the slate for people you've lied about or all of that or done wrong to, and that she could Sharon could do that, come back and do that. Absolutely, people watch it would just be amazing. There is compassion, but Maddie takes it to the next level. Lies, lies, lies. Oh my god, it's awful. She must be numb inside. Did not feel exact. She has to marry Carol. That you're probably right. That's probably what that is about addicts. That the drug numbs them so much that they want it so badly that they actually they don't they're doing that to numb. That's a super good point, actually, Mary Carol. Um, that you explained it in just like 3 sentences that I've been talking for a long time. That I'm trying to explain that I'm not saying when you do wrong when you're an addict that it's okay, and I'm not saying that when Sharon does things to other people and like the thing she's done recently that wish it was okay, but drugs like numb you and make you a different person. And so it has to numb because I mean, I'm sure she loved her dad because I think she was closer to her dad than her mom. I know people watch her would know better than I do because she's close with her, but I think it was a stepmom, maybe her mom died and it was a stepmom, and I don't know that she was really that close with her. She had stepsisters, so she was kind of like the odd duck out or whatever, odd bird out. I don't know. I don't. um and so, yeah, that lies come along with addiction. Um, I'll have to just I want to say more about that good comment that you made that it is the drugs are numbing people from feeling like anything and wanting and feeling even the guilt of doing wrong to other people. LP and mental health initiatives beat me up. I have some education, but mostly use my best judgment and what's inside my heart. Oh, cool. Email me if you ever want to, people watcher. Like that, I was in the medical field myself, so I'd love to like chat about stuff. Sometimes people don't know what I'm talking about medically, but it's just jerseywithjules@gmail.com. You sound like a really, really cool person. I remember you now. I mean, I remembered you a little bit earlier today, but I definitely remember you. They don't like you for, and my email is just the channel name jerseywithjules@gmail.com. They don't like you for one reason only. What's that, Luna? What? I don't know what it is. Because apparently Bobble says stop with my fake, sweet, innocent voice. I'm like, this is my voice. I can't change it. You want me to talk more manly? You want me to like curse more or talk like I'm from Jersey? I can't. I just can't. I got enough to deal with. I can't be like fixing my voice for you, Bobbles. At 4 o'clock, she had a live. She was on. 12 freaking hours because she stopped her antipsychotics. Oh my gosh. Um, she'll say it was for another reason, but I know medically way too well that she was doing long lives because, she stopped her meds, and I hope her friends encourage her to get back on them because we don't want her back in the hospital again. But man, she was slamming me at 4 in the morning on one of her lives. Lying. I wrote like a really long. I've written a couple long ones, but I wrote another before that morning when she was doing it and like lying about me at 4 o'clock in the morning. I wrote like a rebuttal to like everything she lied about, and like it's so crazy. Remember how many times she used to take SG back, but I lost it. I was like, it's probably for the best. Um, uh, Even though I put all that time into it. Remember Luna when she took SG back like 30 freaking times and SG was so cruel to her? Like she doesn't will never be my friend again because I believe Chicken Winner over her. And I didn't know Chicken Winner. I was new, so like I was new to the scene, and I didn't know Chicken Winner would go off the handle sometimes and like do flip flop like a million times. She just put up like pictures and stuff. And I mean, she not pictures. She put up. I have pictures. Someone actually just sent me pictures of the chat. Which, if you're listening, thank you very much. I'm not doing anything with them, but I've given up on Bobbles. Bobbles is going to be Bobbles. She's going to show her true colors when she shows her true colors to the people she's friends with. She's not the sorry, but she's not the kind person that she says that she is. She's a very hateful person. Um, but she took Meth G back, or SG. I don't ever call her Meth G. Sorry. I don't care if you guys do. I just don't. Um, SG back like 30 times. It was ridiculous. And you and I were like, stop, like you can't do this. Like you have to let her go. You're not gonna be able to fix her. And uh what was I gonna say? But because I believe Chicken Winner, who I didn't know who she was, but she put up like a clip and it was up for a very short time of that night. I was like, holy shit, Bobbles did this. And then when more and more it took me a year, like I debated back and forth. I was like, this couldn't be like and when I found not a year, maybe 6 months, when I finally, put my, drew the line in the sand that I disagreed with Bobbles, but I wasn't, but I'm definitely not on Chicken Winner's side because Chicken Winner said some pretty, really creepy stuff, about, kids. Hi, Diana. Uh, but that doesn't mean, because I chose the other person, you would never be my friend. I was like, I think you're trying to ostracize me too. Like you can't come in my not that I would want to go in her chats, but I want to be able to not be blocked to like when her dog passed, like I wanted to put a little comment there, and that's how I knew I was blocked because I looked. But she said I emailed her twice, like leave me alone, stop trying to be my friend. Like what? I'm not like that. Like, you don't like me, you don't like me. All right, no problem. I'm not gonna beg anybody to be my friend. That's not I'm that's not how I roll. But she said I emailed her twice, which was a lie, and was her like harassing her. Yeah, it was crazy. And my email to her was that I had to forgive her, not forgive her for what she did, because I can't forgive her for what she did. Like she did what she did. If I agree with it or I don't agree with it, is just my decision. I forgave her. I forgave her because I was angry inside. I just tried to describe to her. My heart was angry at her for being so flippant. I felt like when the topic would come up, she'd be like, "Guys, it's a year ago. Like it doesn't matter if it was 5 years ago, whatever. Until you stop you don't act flippant, like just be like you totally apologize, I get that, and yes, it should be water under the bridge, but I still can have my opinion of you, whether I think, but I do still think it had a lot to do with combination of like medications and alcohol, antipsychotics and alcohol, and her pain meds, and getting angry. But she gets angry and she just, because I know when she first came on, she was a new channel, and I wasn't. She went after me like a rabid dog, and she lied about that. She lied about how like our fight, like how it was just like I was reading a comment or something. No, we all know how she started out her channel, and she went after Sharon at the beginning. She's not like that now. She's changed in that aspect. She realized that that doesn't get her friends, but that doesn't mean she isn't still can't still be like that sometimes. So I want just to tell her that had forgiven her in my heart for the anger I had towards her for being flippant whenever she would just be like, you guys just get over it. And like, not it's any comparison, but kind of like, let's say like someone like killed your child and you're like, just get over it, like that in that kind of just slightly like 1% in that aspect. Like if you're really truly sorry, you're just kind of like, you know what, just let me just ignore the haters and know that I did wrong. I shouldn't have talked that way towards those children, and I should have, I mean, she did it out of anger because I think they said some stuff to her that was derogatory. And she says she does that stuff. She flips out. So, but I'm trying to give the benefit of the doubt and say that it was just, the combination, and I'm not sure that it was, but I'm not God, and I'm not forgiving her of the event. I'm like I said, trying to explain that I'm forgiving her of what I was angry at her for, which was her flippancy when she discusses it, and everyone needs to just get off her back and leave her alone. It's ridiculous. It really wasn't that big a deal, is how it comes across, and that was what irritated me. Ah, Luna knows Nicole. Or do I not see Nicole? Is there another Nicole? I honestly still sad all those girls fell out. I do think people like Courtney and Melissa. Oh, that's another one that doesn't like me. Could have been great friends to Sharon, but I'm not in their shoes. So I do too. I think they could have all surrounded her like to bolster her up. But unfortunately, Sharon she's not with me anymore. That's why we were friends, because she apologized to me. And so I'm able to be a support to her. But when she's not kind to you, and I don't have any idea what happened, because I like Court, and I think Court thinks I'm strange because she's like, who is this girl? But I've been around for a long time and everybody knows who I am. But I'm not like some like stalker, but she's like, why is she ever on my page? But like I like Court, and because I see good qualities in her and I see her succeeding. And I think that she is one of the ones that doesn't trash other people, and her personality is hilariously cute. And she's like bubbly and positive all the time. So I've watched some of her lives and I enjoy them. I wish she did more. So Court, if I'm not allowed in your chats, which hopefully I am, but I don't know if you're, the the click will allow you to let me in your chats. Hopefully the click will not ostracize you for letting me come in your chats, because I would like to, because there's a lot of like people that I knew, because see, I do my lives during the day and a lot of people don't know I do lives anymore, so I don't get a lot of views. I don't do them in the evenings, and I haven't, and I'm not in like the talk bank or whatever. Like I'm not in the circle of like gossip right now. My name is not, well, it's actually purposely not being brought up. I know that for a fact, that they're purposely trying to like, ostracize and keep my name out so that nobody comes around, because they've it's been done to them and they know how the game plays. But that's okay. But I'd like to talk to some of the people like in the evenings in chats in this community. And so I try to do with Swiss Miss first, because Court doesn't come on very often. But I know Court could be a really great help and like positive, like cheerleader, she's definitely like cheerleader for Sharon. So, but Sharon does lose a lot of friends. She usually, and it is usually over jealousy. It was with me. She was jealous that I was still friends with Bobble. She wanted me to just alter herself, and I just couldn't do that anymore. I was just like I'm not one to be controlled, and said you can't be friends with this person. Like I'm just, that's just not who I am. I mean, unless like it's like for a good purpose, like these people aren't good, or these people are not going to be good for your sobriety, or you're not gonna, like then I'd have to listen to my friend, like I've had this talk with Diana. Like Mary is a drinker, and I was a drinker, and if what she does did trigger me, then I would not be. Diana, as a true friend, would say to me, Jules, you shouldn't go to Mary's lives anymore, because every time you watch one of her lives, you drink the next day and you relapse. Then I'd be like, oh, I mean, if didn't want to, I wouldn't listen. But if I was like, and I know Diana loves me. Like Diana, like is like you just don't go, whatever. I would listen to her, So she's my female friend, and I know that she cares about me. Um, Guy friends are like a little different. My caregiver will be here soon, but I want to say quick. Oh, thanks, Diana. You're probably already out of here because I'm like behind. I love KFC. I know I love KFC too, Luna. She and I both have EDS. It's Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. Yeah, she sent me a picture. She's like, "Don't show anyone," and she's doing all these crazy things with like her hands, like bent, like we're like real bendable, and it's so cute. And it's really admirable of her to be able to be nice to me even though the other girls don't like me. She's not scared that like if she likes me that they're gonna be like, "We don't like you," because they won't do that to her. I would offend you when I know they're talking shit about you. Yeah, Luna, I see you in their chats and it doesn't bother me at all because you don't know what has been going on behind the scenes and like little comments here and there, or what happened with Miss P and what's gone on over there with certain people. And there's just a group of the girls minus Core and minus Marcy Darcy. Marcy Darcy had just never liked me. I don't know. I just rubbed her the wrong way. So it's no big deal. I love for Marcy Darcy to come up on the panel and tell me why. Any of them that don't like me, you can come up on my panel and tell me why they don't like me. So you can just get it. It's easier not to get publicity. I'm not trying to get publicity. I have someone up on my panel just so that we could talk it out and I could apologize if I said something at some point or there was something about me that I said or did. But yes, Diana and Strawberry are people. What Luna said times two. Trying to be nice and not care about other people drama, I guess. Yeah, Luna, you just go in the chats and you just have fun with them. And if I wasn't, and I was only ostracized for something really small, I can say what it was. It's basically just because I'm friends with What's Up and Mary. That's the only reason. I guess they think because I'm friends with them, I co-sign what they say that was done. And I don't co-sign anyone's wrongdoings, just like they don't have to co-sign any of their friends' wrongdoings or not wrongdoings. And B, I don't believe that some of the stuff that they're saying is true, but that doesn't mean I can't, come in the chats and chat and be friends with, friendly with them. I mean, I'm not asking to be best friends, but What's Up did not share. It's been spread around, but he did not share a certain person's. I don't want to say the word because I don't like the word I can just say prawn. Yeah, he did not share it, and that's been spread around by a lot of people. And if he did, and if I was ever shown proof, I would not be friends with him. I mean, I couldn't do that. But I think it was just really coincidental that Sharon actually texted What's Up out of the blue right about like a couple months or maybe a month before that went down. And I don't think he'll mind me saying this. He's back in the chat. She actually asked him, about a loved one of his, and was like a kind message, and he responded back, and they didn't split on bad terms. So they started to talk again, and then he went in a chat or two. But he's not going in the chats to be like, a cheerleader for Sharon for if she ever does anything wrong. I'm sure he doesn't co-sign the shit that's mean either. He just, and then as far as um I'm also not liked by that person. I was cut off right away by this person because I wasn't I asked why. I didn't get an answer. Oh no, I did. My answer was because you like um because you like Mary and What's Up. And I was like, "Oh, that's exactly what they were upset about, that they got deranged, that they just got cut off because, it wasn't really an answer. Like it was like because you hang around them. I don't think even think it was said you like them. I was like because you are friends with, that's what it was. You were friends with so and so and so and so. I was like, when do we start? Like I always went in that chat. I always tried to be like supportive like I am of Sharon, like try to like be like, you're doing awesome, you're doing awesome. Because I know I wish I had had that after, I got clean. Like I would have loved it if girls came alongside me, like really loved it. Yes, KFC is a great person. I don't think she was ever sad. You stopped supporting her life. Diana, your caregiver's probably here already, but I probably don't know who you're talking about because I talk too much and I don't, and I'm beyond that topic. So, I don't think she was ever sad. Who was ever sad? Oh, Miss Passion. Yes, I agree. I don't think she was ever mad either. What's up, Spec? I said you were probably in a meeting or something, but I wasn't sure. Hey, what's up? What's up? I like that comment, Diana, that what's up past the sniff test. She has what's up. In order for you to be my friend, you have to pass Diana's sniff test because Diana is my best friend and Luna is a close second, but Diana is my girl and she has loved me through this last, well, it's been 2 years now, but the first year she loved me through it, like, and just was there like amazing. Like I can't ask for a better friend. I just can't. And Luna too. Luna reached out to me and understands what I'm going through. Not that she went through it ever, but she understands. Making amends. Yep. What's the topic? Oh, it's all over the place. You know me. What's up? You tolerate me. I go all over the place. I love Luna. Hello. I have a phone call, but I'll be back. Okay, people watcher. Oh, Gotcha, you're back. Any idea what I should have for dinner later? I should let someone pick what I eat today. Yes. Oh, shrimp Alfredo sounds awesome, Diana. I was gonna say salmon, but that might not be that might be too healthy. But what's up eats really healthy. He just like on the weekends he eats maybe crap. Oh, I gotta tell you guys how my sister's appointment went Friday. Oh, okay. Oh, so everyone knows about your sister, so that's how, right? Okay, good. Appointment went Friday. I met with her psychiatrist. I'll text you guys. Don't let me forget. Okay. Yes, please tell us because hopefully they made some advancements in what's going on. I'll make albadiga albondiga soup. Did I tear that apart for dinner? Yeah, Diane will definitely remind you. Oh, you did. That's hilarious. What's up? She picked exactly what you ate. Spicy chicken Alfredo 2 days ago. It was delicious. Delicio. I didn't even know that. What you ate. You usually tell me. Don't call her that. I felt loud. Wait, call who what? I missed something. What is that? Never heard of it. Yeah, I've never heard of it either. So steak and potatoes, huh? Oh, meatball soup, but not regular meatballs for spaghetti. Oh, are they like Italian wedding soup meatballs, Luna? I make mine with ground beef and add a bit of. That sounds really tasty, Luna. Yeah, Diana. Yeah. I shouldn't have sent the email. I just wanted her to understand that because I had made a couple and I apologized to her in the long comment that I made that I lost because I made a couple. They weren't like snarky, but they were like I actually gave my opinion on her channel when she said something instead of like just beating around the bush. And I don't think she liked it, and I think that's why I got blocked too. Which is fine because I was never going in her chats anyway, Bible chats anyway. But like I said, if there was something like she had to go to the hospital or like when her dog passed, I wanted to at least drop like a comment because you know, I like Mr. Bobbles and well, I mean I still like both of them even though I don't agree with certain things. I still like them. Um, but it was just funny like that live at 4 a.m. I was cracking up. She just like I was the first on the list. She's like, no, I have a list of people. And I was the first on the list. She's like, I will never be your friend again. And I'm like, does she expect me to like cry in my pillow? I'm confused. I'm like, we really, really weren't friends to begin with. Like, we kind of friends, but like you never helped me. Like I helped her out a lot with YouTube stuff. And Joe actually said, like, don't help her anymore. Like, she's just getting free shit out of you. She just uses people. I'm like, you don't even know her. How do you know that? He's like, I can just figure people out. And I was like, oh, okay. Well, he was right. The newbies will figure that out eventually. Some will. Some might stick around loyally like Luna did for like 3 years, but I doubt it. I don't think so. Haha, filet mignon sounds good with garlic. That sounds so good. What's up? And red potatoes and French top green beans. You could go out to dinner to eat that, huh? What's up? Yeah, I want both what Luna's eating and what's up's eating or gonna eat. And I'm the doctor told me I'm supposed to eat a steak a week, even though I guess red meat's not good for you, because for iron. Then I added potatoes, carrots, and celery to stew with a bit of. Oh wow, Luna. You've been cooking more. I just was gonna ask you, do you cook? And I'm like, oh, I remember. You've been cooking more because of your food for your husband. Yeah, yeah, it does sound good. Diana, how's your mom today? I make it often, Diana, and it always comes out good. Yeah, what's up is a good cook for a guy. Yes, sorry, just vape. Yes, definitely. Prayers for Diana's mom. I'm catching up with the comments eventually. Sorry, guys. Sounds pretty controlling, Jules. Yeah, definitely. Thanks. What's up? People watching, you're back. Yeah, and that's cool that you and Sharon squashed it and go in each other's chats now. Yeah, I think it's such a relief. It's just like she didn't she I almost just said she didn't do anything to me. I like that's how quick I like that's how genuinely like I'll forgive. Like she did do some really mean shit to me and parodies and stuff. But when she got the heart problem, I think it just kind of made her like a little more human. Like I think she got a little softer. But then she, did a few things that I don't agree with, and I don't like that. But she was for a while doing really good, and so that's when I know I didn't reach out. She reached out to me. She in a comment, she made a nice comment to me, and I was like, oh, okay. So then I responded kindly in return, like she was, and then that was that. I mean, I think Sharon does what a lot of YouTubers do, and they put stuff out there and they do different stuff to get, views and clicks, and that's what she does to get her paycheck. She's not getting a paycheck from YouTube, but that's how she gets her subs to continue to watch. With, like, what's the word? Mm, shocking stuff. And kind of like Bobbles with what happened. It's shocking and it gets them known and gets them on the map, and it's wrong, of course, completely in my opinion. Unfortunately, that's what happens when you go on a public platform and you have any dirt, unfortunately, in your past. It will get dug up. All mine was really fast. Ollie doxed me. And anyone that's friends with Ollie, I don't mind, because who she is to you is someone that's different to me. Yeah, towards me, Luna. I don't know. Yeah, Bobbles, Swiss Miss, Janelle, Marcy Darcy, and I think that's it. They all have ostracized me. So I don't know yet about Court. Court, I can comment on Court's page still, and I do. And I don't think she hearts my stuff, but she likes it. And I've never heard her say a mean thing about anybody. And for to be a new channel, me just coming back from being gone for a while, like I was really impressed. And like I said, I also think she has a cute personality. So I understand why Sharon liked her as a friend, because I was like, she's funny, she's like full of energy. Like, I am very jealous. If Court ever hears this, I am very jealous of your energy. Could you please send some my way? Like, she reminds me of me, like, when before the weed incident, like, I was pretty bouncy. Like, I'm not quite as much anymore. What's up can say that, but some days I'm very chatty, and then some days I'm more quiet. They need to lay off Mary Mary. So absolutely, that's the Mary Mary is a drinker and she isn't driving, and that's the number one thing that I think is amazing. So that's first off. Um, she has changed a little bit in my opinion. She's not the Mary Mary, but she really got like a lot of girls against you. And when there's a gang mentality, even though they may not have meant to be a gang mentality, I don't think they did. I think they didn't really think about if it were them, and it was like Swiss Miss when she was ostracized, like because she was friends with Sharon. It had happened to her. I don't think she took the time to think like if this was happening to me, and there was like 4 or 5 girls on a panel going after me and just like obsessing over it and redundantly like talking about this shit, it's gonna hurt the person because of course the person's gonna listen to it. So I think that impacted Mary Mary a lot. She'll tell you no because she's such a tough broad, like stoic, like just. And she even told me, like, when I stood up for her in one of my community posts, she's like, "Don't worry, it doesn't bother me." I'm not saying Mary's lying. Yeah, that's how she wants to come. That's how she wants to come across. But she and her hubby have been together 20 years. She's a, loyal, sensitive person. And basically, she got reamed, dragged through the dirt just because she took someone's wrench. And I mean, yeah, it sucks when someone's wrench gets taken. Like, you're like, oh man, what did I do? It hurts. But you don't technically have any right to know why you had your wrench taken away. You just gotta let it go. Just like, oh, it didn't work out. And you can ask, just like I asked, like, Swiss Miss or whatever, can I be in your chats? Like, I didn't get a response, but I didn't get a panel of 5 girls going on about how, horrible Mary Mary is. I mean, they just tore her from head to toe. It started out innocent enough, and then it just turned into like a slamming session. And that's what I think is hurting Mary, and they're ostracizing Mary from people by trying to make her out to be a bad person, and she's not. And I'm not saying this if any one of you guys hears this to trash you guys by like reprimanding you. I'm not. I'm saying it because I'm just telling you how it's going down, and I'm calling a spade because I am from New Jersey, and just like Luna said she likes Swiss Miss because she says it how it is, that's how I am too. I say it how it is. Like, if I see it one way and I see you guys ostracizing her for doing something you don't like, well, that's what I think you did, and it did hurt her, and it is hurting her channel. I mean, it'll come back, her channel. There's no doubt about that because Mary Mary's gonna hopefully, calm down with the drinking and the mean comments that she's been doing lately. But I'm not gonna turn my back. I'm not going to be in Janelle's chats because I turned my back on Mary Mary. Mary Mary was my friend first and foremost before I've been going to Mary's chats for like 3 years. And I'm not going to turn my back just because she's making some mistakes right now. Different than the mistake that Sharon made. That is not okay. And that, I would tell her when she comes out of rehab, like, that was not cool that you did that. Like, you cannot share prawn. Like, I don't know who you got it from. I know you didn't get it from What's Up, and that's also pissing me off a little bit because a lot. It's pissing me off a lot because girls, if someone says something bad like that about something that you did, it would really like hurt your image for like a long time. And it doesn't hurt you if you notice. It's not hurting What's Up's image whatsoever. And that just shows what kind of character he has. But you guys really like, that's some big ass statements to say about a man, that he would do that, or that he would even, like, what would be the reason to want to do that. I mean, I just know his character. He wouldn't do it. And they have no, and everyone talks about receipts. Like, where's the receipts? Where's the evidence? Is it just that you think are you guys that superficial? Like, there's just the coincidence that he became friends back with Sharon because you guys didn't know that she happened to just text him or like right before that, like a month, or I forget now how long he told me before that she texted him that he was able, they didn't fall out or anything bad. He just left her channel and didn't really tell her, much about it. Like, he told her just a little bit, why he just didn't feel it was a good fit for him or whatever. And then he was gone. And, then he goes, a year goes by and she doesn't trash what's up. So they can still be friends. And so they're friends again, but that doesn't mean that he then is the one who did that horrible thing, you know. It was wrong. Like, I'm not one to agree with it. So just because I am connected to both of them doesn't mean that, because like in the chats, like Karen F's in there, Just Me's in there, like all the people that that I grew to love, because they can't come in my chats during the day, so I'd love to go in there and chat with them. But I have been definitely ostracized, so we're just gonna have to see how this saga continues. The ostracization of Jules. And this passion's not helping any. Whenever you see one, run. I gotta run. Okay, Diana, you said that like an hour ago, probably. That's why they're not liking you. They don't approve your friendship with what's up. Oh yes, exactly, Luna. Yeah. But aren't they allowed to be friends with whoever they want to be friends with? Why can't I be friends with, like, we don't talk about them. Like, if we were trashing them and hurting them, or if I was doing things like what Sharon does, I could understand you not liking me for that reason. But we don't there's no talking about it at all. So why can't I have a friend that I have a friend? Uh like they can. I mean, all of them are doing this. Like, it's like a group. I mean, I don't know if someone told them to do it. I'm not, I don't want to make up something that's not true. But I don't know if like Bobbles, because the OGs know how to do this stuff. Like, how to, here, 1 second, I gotta mute because I have to get ice because my mouth is so dry. If my sweet voice sounds strange. All right, I can unmute because I'm getting water. Well, thanks, Luna, for stating the truth. I appreciate that. I mean that because that's what I believe, and you and I have never talked about this. You can state that. I'm sure that you and I have never talked about why, and you agree exactly the same reason why I think that they've done that to me. Um, but it just isn't fair if they can be friends with whomever they want. And I mean, it wasn't like What's Up did anything horrible to Janelle. He really didn't. You just stop talking to her. That's just what happens in life. And so the girl that's talking to the guy who stopped talking to the girl is like, what? Like, like, I know, like, court, it doesn't seem to bother. Court's like strong for a friend. Like, I can tell she's all there for her girlfriends, but I haven't heard Court say anything about it. But it does seem to be the reason. And I would never drop What's Up as a friend for them. I mean, even saying that is ridiculous. Hey, Marcy Darcy. Wait, I gotta go back. I lost you. Here, 1 second. I'm sure you have an opinion that I'm not gonna agree with you, but I will listen to you. Sometimes our friends do stupid shit. Yeah, we do stupid shit too. Absolutely. Can you imagine what Diana's caregiver must think of her? Yeah, if she hears it, if she still has it playing, they must be like, "What the hell?" Yep, true that. Sharon and I didn't talk whatsoever for about a year, maybe a little longer, but we were never on bad terms. Yeah, exactly. What's up? Oh yeah, sure, Marcy Darcy. 1 second. Let me see if I can remember. I'm on my phone. Uno momento. If I'm not able to, it's not because I don't want to talk to you. It's because I don't remember how to do it. And let me, while I'm trying to figure it out, I will scroll here. Oh wait, I saw Diana say, because I would like to talk to you. Oh wait, I saw Diana say something recently, and I passed the sniff test. And yeah, exactly. She has to sniff you out and make sure you're all right. And you do always smell good because of all your cologne you have. Marcy, give her some time. She's behind on the comments. Oh yeah, sorry, Marcy. Yeah. No worries, Luna. I know it's laugh a lot. I'm on break. Oh, you're on break. Oh, so sorry. So I hope she gets it before I have to go back to work. Okay, let me thanks, Luna. Same to you, hon. I hope all is well. I'm just working and running around all the time with my kiddos. It is good, hon. Okay, I'm clicking around, let's see if I can. What's gonna probably have to happen, Marcy, is I'm gonna probably have to like play around with my phone to figure out how to do it, because I'm new. I'm new back on here. Um, and because I'm seeing is post, comment, layout. I might have to be able to get back on my laptop, and it somehow I muted myself on there, and you guys can't hear me on there, so I have to chat on my cell phone. So I'm not trying to avoid you, so please do not think that at all. I appreciate you trying to come over here to chat. That's pretty cool of you, actually. General, camera, audio. Nope, none of those. Oh, I kicked myself out. All right, I'm still trying. I'm a smart woman. What's up? Oh, thanks. I'm gonna start. Yeah, I'm at the bottom, so maybe I can catch if Marcy had to leave already, because so I have I have 4 buttons at the bottom, and one's mic, one's cam, one's guest, and one's more. So I'm on the more, and my only options there are post, comment, layout, private chat, stream info, settings, and cancel. And I went into settings, and there's nothing for me to drop the link. So what I'm gonna do is I'll see if Joe can figure out how I can get my laptop working for the volume, and then I know I'll probably recognize how to do it from there, because I used to stream for years for a while, so I will remember. But I don't know if you can, and I'll also Google. I'll also Google how to do it on my cell phone. Sorry, I did it again. I don't think I'm gonna have it and get it done in time, Mercy Darcy, to get able to talk to you. But I am. Wait, there's banners. Nope. Brand. Nope. Someone might be able to tell me, email me and tell me, or text me and tell me how it's done, or I will be able to figure it out. And then my next live, Marcy, if you are around and you see me, it'd be cool if you would come up and chat with me, because there could be something that it's a little more dynamic than what it appears to be, because I want peace with you guys. And I think you didn't like me, I think, because you were friends with Sharon for a while, and Sharon, so if I said that and it hurt your feelings, sorry about that. But I think you're friends with Sharon when Sharon wasn't friends with me, and you might have not liked me for that reason, which is understandable. It's okay. And a little bit longer. It's a little bit harder to do in a cell phone, but yes, you can drop the link when you can. Oh, okay. I'll keep looking. If I know how to use StreamYard, I'd try to help you. I don't have any experience with it. That does it. Okay, thanks. What's up? I'm trying to find any more buttons that would be a possibility. Um, it might depend on the cell phone too. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe stream info. Let me see if I can do that. No. Every time I hit back, I kick myself out. Um, let's see. Nope. Nope. There's no. All right, I think I found it. I had kicked myself out completely, like to a whole nother screen, and then I found it. It was you had to be completely out of StreamYard, like on the Google page. So let me see. I copied it. So let me see if I can now to find how to post. Mike, Cam, guess more. Post comment. There we go. All right, let me see so I can paste it. Why won't it let me paste it? I'm pushing down. Oh, I'm in the wrong box. All right, did that work? Yeah, I'm gonna put that up there just because I'm like, woohoo, I'm a smart woman. I take all the compliments I can get. Yeah, and shows you a proof whatsoever. If it's a man, he's guilty. Exactly what's up. That's was my point. If a man, he's guilty, like, of course he did revenge prawned the girl, or something, out of animosity or something. But if it was like the girl and she sent a, what pic, a D pic, it'd be like, whatever. But like I haven't known what's up as long as Mary or any of the others, but I have a pretty good sense of people once I've gotten to know them long. I don't know what's up, how long we've known each other. I don't know. You do know better than I do how long we've been friends, but long enough to know that he has a really good heart. But wait, she always tells everyone she never doxes. Wait, who doxed? I hate when people dox people. Thanks, Luna. Same to you, hon. I hope all is well. I'm just working and running around. Oh, I caught up. Wow. I think. Marcy, hope you're doing well, girl. Yeah. Yeah, Marcy, you and I had now I don't even know where I'll be able to find you. Oh, I guess. I'll click on that. We had a short little run there where you and I were like not texting, but sorry, not texting. You're like, I didn't text you, girl. Where we were like back and forth on the comments. Like nice, really nice. All right. So I dropped it. I think I found oh, there she is. Awesome. Yay, my first time. Marcy Darcy's my first guest on back when I'm back. Let's see if I can click on this and it's a add to stage. All right, cool, guys. Thanks for being patient with me. Hello?
Hey, hon, no worries. It's okay. I'm not here to argue or anything. I'm
Oh,
just here to talk
awesome.
to you.
Uh, thanks, Marcy Darcy. I really appreciate it. You don't,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
no worries. I'm only on a little break, but I wanted to
yeah,
clear things up. This has nothing to do with the Janelle or what's up. No, no, no. So it's not about that drama. I just wanted to see about. I feel bad because you said I was always mean to you. So I was like, how was I always mean to you? Well, we and you used to email each other
yeah,
before. So I'm
I,
like, and if I did with
yeah,
the sharing thing, I
yeah.
feel bad because I don't even remember that.
Yeah, I think you were just riding hard for her. Like you would
Right,
like, yeah.
right.
So yeah, so we just squashed that already because I'm that was all like because that's how I knew you as because we like got along for a quick minute and we
Yeah,
had no
because I was
reason not
like,
to
I
like each
remember you
other.
were my first live I ever went up on, and I was like, wait,
Oh,
yeah,
oh,
remember a long time ago with the bobble situation when I had my issues with bobbles, and then I went
no,
on to your live, and then I was
no.
telling them my story, and that's why I was like, what do you mean?
Oh yeah, you
I was
got
like, we
great
used to
memory.
talk, and I know it was hard for you to
Yeah.
trust me because, I don't want to bring up people's names, but, with that situation that she would always bring you up, and
Uh-huh.
I hated that. And
Uh-huh.
that's how I started talking
Oh,
to you because I was like, that's not fair that she's dragging you through the mud like that. And,
yeah.
but I'm not here to argue. I just, that was the
Okay.
only thing. I was like, what the fuck's going on? I'm like, when was I mean, I was upset when I first heard it,
Yeah.
but I calmed down.
Thank you.
I'm
Thank
not
you
even
for
gonna lie. I was at
oh,
first I was like, what the hell? But no, that's
oh,
why when you commented, I was like, wait, no, I
yeah,
my beef with you was the
yeah.
only thing about wait, I was being mean to you now, but I'm not gonna
Oh,
lie, I did
damn.
get upset because I was like, I know you heard what Mary was saying, and
Yeah.
I understand you didn't. Okay, I understand,
Yeah.
my bad.
Yeah. I
So
did the same
because
thing
I
you
was
did.
like, and fuck off, and I was mad at I was like fucking pissed, and I
Oh,
was like,
I did
so.
the same. I did the same thing you did, Marcy. I went behind the scenes to see if I could try to reconcile for Janelle because I felt bad because yeah, I mean, it's not a big deal to lose a bench, but it is in that you get your feelings hurt. Like, what did I do? And you just want an answer, you know? So I
Yeah,
did try. I did try, but like with my friends sometimes like I will ignore sometimes like I can't nitpick everything they do wrong to everybody, you know. So if I'm friends with them first, I'll just be like, ah, shit, that wasn't really nice to the other person, and I don't know what to do, you know. But I won't just like stop being their friend.
Yeah.
Um, so
I
if
get
you
it.
can
Yeah,
understand
it's
where
like
I'm
somebody
coming
trying to talk
from,
me off not talking to Janelle. I'll be like, what are you talking
right,
about? Yeah,
right,
I get it. But no,
right.
I just
Because
wanted
I
to
could,
clear that up. That's it.
yeah.
Like, I was like, hey, what are you talking about? I was telling me. And if I was
Um,
with the Sharon thing, with our
mhm,
situation, I do feel bad whoever I was an asshole to because of
mhm,
what, when I was being cool with her. I don't hate her. I don't. I want her to do
right,
good, and,
yeah,
but I just don't like how she was treating her friends. So
yeah,
I got upset and I was like, I can't be supporting someone who's doing that, but that's
right,
okay. Everyone has a different situation. So I
yeah,
just
yeah,
felt like,
yeah.
I got me myself.
And I understand that, like, if how you feel is different how I feel. Like, I feel I'm supporting her sobriety, kind of like how the girl earlier was
Yeah.
saying that
Mhm.
she's supporting Maddie's sobriety, but I'm not supporting what she does. And this last thing that she did to Janelle, like, I'm not cool with that at all. Like,
Right.
that's very hateful. But I know Sharon, now for like 4 years, and she can be very hateful. But I
Spiteful.
had
Yeah.
thought, yeah, I thought that she had after like a couple months ago when she had changed a little bit with the heart thing when she had that news, she kind of got a little more human and she started being nicer to everybody. And I thought, cool, but it was just like a streak for a while, I guess. And she went back to, to do that to another girl is I mean, I guess maybe Sharon doesn't care if it was done to her, but other girls do, and nobody should be seeing that stuff because that's the past. So it
Right.
can't be left there. So I don't. Maybe they think because I am supporting her sobriety that I support everything she does, but I do absolutely do not. It's just as if I would be supporting Maddie, I would uh not support the other stuff that she does.
Okay. Yeah. For
And
sure.
I will go in her chats from time to time to like cheer up because I know she's down about. She doesn't show it often, but you can see it once in a while. I'll go in her chats, but that doesn't mean that I'm trying to disrespect Janelle. I'm not
Yeah.
being disrespectful, but I can see how you're ride or die for her, so it would upset you. So thank you so much for
Yeah, I just really want to come up and say that because I was pissed and I was like, yeah, you heard, but you know what? I don't know what you heard, but in my mind, I'm like, I know you did, but I can't say that. But
right,
in my
right.
mind, I'm like, I know you talked to whoever you talked to, who you're close with, and told you,
Yeah.
but there's so many weird
Actually,
things going on that I can't
Actually,
even say who
What's up
said what.
didn't tell me. What's up didn't tell me at all. Actually, and I didn't hear it. I don't think I heard it the day that it happened. I heard it actually from you guys. I'm being
Um,
completely honest. Like, What's up never told me what happened with Mary, and he doesn't tell me what happens with Mary at all. He doesn't like talk about anyone else like
yeah.
with me about things. So I
Yeah,
didn't get
because
in there,
I'm not gonna lie. What exposed
yeah,
it a lot was the messages that Sharon had posted accidentally on her live that one day, where it was like
yeah.
showing a bunch of different comments, and I was like, oh my god,
Mm.
like holy crap!
What
And I was like,
what did she post? I forget.
I think she was on a live and she accidentally showed a lot of messages of people sending her
Oh,
like, send me the link, or
oh.
I'm the one that did it, and just things like that, to
Oh,
where
you're
we were
talking
like,
about Sharon. I thought you were talking about Mary. Yeah. What?
no, 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 not Mary,
Oh,
not Mary, no, no,
yeah,
Sharon, hun.
oh, Sharon. No,
So
no, I
yeah,
didn't see that. I didn't see that live, and I don't watch all her lives. Like I'll just watch a
yeah,
few, but I didn't watch
yeah,
all of them. So I didn't know. I honestly heard all of what went down from you guys when you guys had your panels because I like your
yeah.
panels. They're fun. They're fun to listen to, and you guys are doing great. And I heard like that about the fact that she had sent it out to a whole bunch of people. So
Yeah,
I
it was
could
just looked hella
see
bad. Yeah, but
I
I
could
just
see
want
how
to
you would
say,
think that. I could see how
yeah,
you would think that I knew when I didn't know. Yeah,
yeah, and and that's to each his own. And
right.
I just didn't want those links to be sent out or anything,
No,
even though I know,
right.
and you, of course, you weren't doing that. But I'm saying it's like,
Yeah,
I was just upset at the moment. I gotta get
yeah.
going, but I just wanted to
Okay,
make sure,
okay.
if I was mean to you, I do apologize with the whole Sharon situation. But it was
That's
like,
okay.
and I did go
Forgiven
off
and
on you,
done.
and I don't like when I'm like that, but it's like
Yeah,
I did go off on you
yeah,
and told you to F off and
yeah,
stuff, but my
yeah.
bad. I'm not
No,
like that, but I
No,
just don't.
you're
I don't
able to
want
come.
to.
You're
I
able to
don't
come
like
up
to
and
be
clarify.
mean. Yeah, I want to just
Yeah.
clarify some things, but
Yeah.
I hate that
I
I have to get going. But I
yeah.
wanted to just talk to you real quick. You know.
I really appreciate it a lot, like a lot. It really makes me feel a lot better. So thank
Um,
you so much.
Thank you for
From
having
the
me on your
bottom of my
panel.
heart. Yeah.
And nobody knows I even came up here. They're probably gonna be like, "What the fuck is this bitch doing?" But
Oh
I run
no.
on my own. I'm
Don't
crazy, and I jump on things when I hear. I'm like, wait a minute, what?
don't
But
get in trouble. Don't get in trouble.
now they're always supportive about everything, and they understand where I
Yeah.
come from. But
Yeah.
I just
So
wanted to,
it's the past.
clarify things. But
Yeah.
I'm sorry I can't stay on. I wanted to,
Yeah. No
talk more,
problem.
but maybe
Yeah.
next time.
Yeah,
So
that'd be
thank
cool.
you
Yeah.
for letting me chat real quick.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you for coming. All right.
Okay. All right. Bye.
God
Thank you
bless
so
you.
much.
Bye. Well, that was awesome. Yeah, that was awesome because, like I said, Darcy, and I, we had some times that were great. So it was just misunderstandings and then hard feelings that just if you talk it out, like that was the fastest like reconciliation I've ever had. So that was so Marcy, that like awesome kudos to you for having the courage to come up. I mean, well, I know you're a confident girl, lady, but just the confidence to come up to approach the topics and in a very polite and like totally pleasant way. Like that was awesome. Thank you. I know I said awesome like 20 times, but that's just my word. That just encompasses everything when I say awesome. So, and if you get in trouble, if you're gonna get in trouble, just say it was in reference to the past about Sharon, because when you were in the Sharon club, like you're going, you're ride or die for Sharon, until you, like you said, you saw too much that was hurtful to uh other people, and then you're like you had to bail, So and that's kind of how I think a lot of her friends, and that's where she's at right now, is that she has lost a lot of friends because she's pushed each one that gets real close to her away. And I've heard people say things like it was a defense mechanism on her part, and I think it has to be something related to that, because I know the Sharon that started her channel, and she wasn't like that, and it wasn't an act. Like she wasn't like acting to try. I mean, she was trying to get, like Bob love to say clout, but I hate that word. She was trying to ride off my channel a little bit to get some of my subs to come over there. But that's how the game goes. That's how you grow your channel. So it was no problem. I mean, she just loved that girl Phoenix, and she saw that as an in to chat with me, and then I could get know her better and chat with her in the live, and then because my lives were not huge, but I mean they were, because I do them during the day, but they were bigger. So I had people for her to get to know, and then she would, because I had a lot more subs. I had the most subs of everybody at the time. Um, I I she could get, like, she could put mine, she could tag my name in her like her whatever videos, and I wouldn't mind, like positive ones towards me. So she knew how to run the game, but she did it in a kind way. So she was a different person. And drugs just wreck everything. They wreck your body, your health, your relationships, reputation, and then this is the biggest thing, really, your personality. It brings out the worst. It's easy to say, like, everyone knows alcoholics, they really lose everybody, because you usually start out as a happy drunk, and for years, but when you become really an alcoholic for a really long time, mine was, my stint wasn't that long. It was like 4 years. But when you've been an alcoholic, 20, 30 years, sometimes it can turn the person into like an angry and hateful person. They're not a happy person anymore. So addiction can really change, and that's what I'm just like hoping for her, because she will be alone. She will be alone. She'll have her, diehards over there that won't leave, but she won't have, it's sad to me seeing that she's ostracized herself. She's ostracized herself from everybody by by lashing out. For a while it was okay, but now that there's a big group of girls, and no, I never said like the new girls, I don't think, is like, I think Bob was like making fun of me, saying like Jules thinks they're the new girls. I didn't say that. I don't think so. If I did, I will apologize. You can show me the clip. But I think I said like the new group of girls, because you guys have banded together and formed like an alliance, like a group of girls that, aren't going to tolerate Sharon's crap. And she never had that before. She, was top dog, and what she did got accepted by everybody because she was the channel that everyone went to. And so now she's got competition, and I worry for her for this reason. When you do drugs that you do and they make you happy, if you start to have anything in your life that starts to like hurt because you start to see your channel suffering, and that's her baby. Everyone knows that's her baby. I don't want her to turn, and she might hear this and she might get mad at me, but I don't want her to turn into a Maddie. Um, I don't know opiates the way, obviously that, she does. But I assume they go along the same lines of addiction as alcohol, minus the mean drunk thing, which Mary is struggling with right now. And I can't talk to Mary. I'm the same. Marcy tried. I tried. I also can't, talk. She won't talk to me. Probably. I tried, and What's Up said no, she wouldn't. So I didn't actually try. Like I had no connection, like email or anything. Actually, I did email her. I did have her email. I clarify that. But we all want to help Mary to get cheerful again and happy, and not, because she's not in the stage of like mean drunk where it's like she's going to be a mean drunk forever, because she was just happy drunk, like right before the wrench thing, when you guys had that panel, and it really hurt her. And like I don't think you guys intended to, like it's a majority against the minority. It's like when you have a group against one person, then it can really hurt. And she won't show that, but I think that's when she started to get a little bit off kilter with the weird police call, which I didn't see that either. Um, but I heard about it, and I don't know exactly what happened. I just know it had something to do with smoking. I didn't even know she smoked weed. I thought she vaped nicotine, but apparently it was with her smoking weed at a brother-in-law's or someone's house, and she got in trouble. And she was probably drunk, and when you're really drunk and you get in trouble, you get your feelings hurt and you get all pissy, and you get like beer muscles, or get beer angry, or alcohol angry. In our case, alcohol. Molly, what are you getting into? No, come on, up. And so I wish we had the ability like you guys do when you have a group together, that a group of us could help Mary to say, like, this is, I mean, this is silly, but like, it's not a good look, I mean, that sounds really stupid, but it's not a good look, and it's going to chase everybody away from you, because, people aren't sure, like, when you're going to start getting angry at them. And, Mary might be mad at me for this too, but I mean, Mary and I aren't that close. Like, we're not real, we never emailed each other like Marcy Darcy and she TikTok together. We didn't do that, so we weren't that close. But Mary, I know Mary likes me, and I like Mary. Um, just hopeful, and I don't think she did anything like really bad. Like, I mean, and I wish she had explained to Janelle. Like, I think that's the right thing to do, but that's not Mary. So I don't have a place to say what Mary should or shouldn't do. So she just wanted no confrontation, no problems. She just didn't want her as a mod for whatever reason in her head, and that's what she did. 1 second. My mouth is so dry. Oh my gosh, I gotta get a humidifier. And so, because I wake up like that, I don't understand. What's up? I didn't want to get in the middle of Sharon and Mary, and I get it. That's fine. I asked her, and she said it was a mistake. So that's the reason I was confused. But I understand why it's not a. I'll wait for the next part. So that's a very solid reason to unmod someone. Mary never said a negative thing about Marcy. Yeah, no, she didn't say anything negative. I think Marcy just wanted to talk to her because she thought they were close. So I think that, because I'm talking girl talk to What's Up, because I think Marcy was like, we were really cool, like we were girlfriends on TikTok and chatted back and forth, and so she thought she could get help and get married to like open up so that Janelle didn't hurt. Because it's like when you have friends, you want the one friend not to hurt, and you want ask the other friend, and you get like stuck between. It's tough, man. Girl friendships, and being a girl. I know what people were like, why do you say girl instead of like, because you know, you're not like 12. It's just the easiest word to use. Boy, girl. Oh no, I say male, I guess. So I guess a female. Being a female, maybe that's a better word to use. Being a female is hard, yeah. So that's more appropriate for our age. Being female is super hard. The guys don't always understand how hard it is when you got one girlfriend that you want to protect and then you got another. But definitely, what's up is saying is right. She never. Oh, I missed your first comment. I do have it on live. I'm so sorry. What did I miss? Oh, it's not a secret. Oh, so sorry. I did. I totally missed it. Okay, let me go back here and read and not make assumptions that I don't. What the? Shoes. That's my favorite comment. Okay, here we go. I got it. It was not a secret why Mary unmodded Oh, she unmodded Mercy too? Oh gosh, I didn't know. No, Mary clearly said on a live that she was gonna unmod people, that haven't been to her channel in a long time if she doesn't hear from them soon. Marcy was one of them, and Mary ended up unmodding her because she was gone for a while. But another, oh, okay, so Marcy might have taken it like tar, like thinking it was like she didn't like her, but maybe right. But Mary explained it. Got it. Well, no, because she was gone for a while, but in other channels, lives and comments. Oh, okay, I understand. So that's a very valid reason to unmod someone. Mary never said a negative thing about Mercy. Yeah, I know that definitely too. Hey, what's up? I didn't want to get in the middle. Oh, okay. Now I understand Mercy's comment better. What's up? I didn't want to get in the middle of Sharon and Mary, and I get it. That's fine. I asked her, and she said it was a mistake. So that's the reason I was confused. But I understand why it's not and no one is playing the victim card because I always asked and was told differently, so I'm confused. She has the messages, and I do also, so I'm sure she would show them. Uh, well, it's Jules. I mean, I'm not confused. I feel bad because it put, yeah, it's Mary's in the middle. Because if Mary said that, what is my first comment? I got that one. Jules, by the way, salicylates are in most foods, especially fruits, vegetables, and grains. You might have an allergy to salicylates, and that could increase your heart rate. Oh, really? You got shot? Oh, thanks for coming back to tell me that. That's awesome. Um, Fruits, veggies, and grains. Well, I don't eat grains. I stay away from a lot of fruit, even though they say it's good for you. I take a vitamin that has like all like everything I need in it, but it doesn't have any fruits or anything. I used to take a fruit and vegetable vitamin, so I'll make sure I don't think it is. I'll make sure it's not that one. And fruits and vegetables. I have to have my vegetables, but I can definitely steer clear of the fruits and the grains because fruits are just like high in fructose corn syrup, and really you just need them for like they taste good, and you need them for the vitamins. Thanks, and then I can see if that helps. Yeah, because my heart rate goes like 140s, 150s, like just normal, like every day. Like, could you imagine? Most people have a heart rate of like 70, anywhere from like 60 to 80 or 60 to 90. 90 is a little bit high for most people. So it's usually like 60 to 80. And I live always with like 140, so I'm double. Um, and then when I go into like one of my episodes, it'll get up close to 200. And that's when it's dangerous because if you go to 200 or you go over 200, then you're like, well, really 300. I mean, you're going to go into an arrhythmia if you're at 300 for sure. But if you're like 200, you're stressing your heart. If it goes for a long time, like I'll let the day go by. I hate going to hospital, but now after I had that really good experience, just this last week, I brought my comfy socks and like I had everything charged, and like I think I watched like a couple of you guys' lives or whatever. They were fun to watch. I it was like nobody was getting talked about, and there was like no one was upset at anybody. You guys were just like chatting away. Um the Mary thing has kind of calmed down, and the Mary thing's calmed down, and obviously the Sharon thing's calmed down because she's in rehab, and hopefully we'll have like some good time when she gets back where there's nothing. I mean, she clearly needs, and she'll get mad at me, but I don't care. She needs to apologize to Janelle for putting her prawn out there. I don't know if she will. I don't think I can get her to at this point. I could have gotten her to like 3 years ago. I could have talked her into it, like to make her channel, like, well, not that that was the reason that it would make her channel look better, but because to explain to her how, I mean, and even to this day, back then it would make her channel look bad, but to this day, it made her channel look bad. Even as big of a channel as she, or followers as she has, it made it look bad, and it's gonna hurt her channel because, you know, all the women that were like on the fence that were going there were probably like, like, that would really hurt if someone put that out of me naked. Like, not all of us are confident in our bodies. Some of us, have better bodies than other bodies, and some of us, like, you know, are more confident in that, but I don't think okay, there's got to be a single girl out there, so I can't say that. I mean, female. There's got to be a single female out there that it would like that. That like would be like, oh, cool, my stuff got shared, and now I'm gonna get, like, all this, like, you look really hot and da 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 da. But for the most part, 99% of women don't want their nudes out for the public consumption, and it is absolutely wrong. So if anyone thinks I, by being affiliated with Sharon, that I in any way condone what was done, I do not, and do not. They like Marcy said, it was shown on the screen that she had sent it out, like the link out. And I'm not surprised in the slightest, but oh no, I am a little surprised. Like, I think I didn't know she would stoop that low. So as her friend, I may, lose any ability to help her down the road by being honest with her, but I'm gonna try to be honest with her about the topic. And but I don't know that maybe she doesn't want to be friends with all those girls. Maybe she wants, to be right on her own. Some people are like that. But I will contemplate how I still have a little time before she's out of everything, out of all that. She detoxed, now she's in the rehab, and I don't know if that's, you guys might know better, like 30 days or something like that. Like, because you guys might have been paying attention. She probably told everybody and I didn't hear it. But um well, don't feel bad, Marcy Darcy. You might not, I mean, you might not have heard it, and yeah, don't feel bad. Don't feel it's But I know Mary tries to be blunt like you and I do, and say why she does what she does. And she's not one to be like sneaky or, backhanded or anything like that. Um, but it does kind of suck. I mean, this isn't probably what happened, but it does kind of suck when we all kind of think as females, because I don't think males do this. Maybe one or two out there, but that when you're on one channel, that another channel like unmod you, you think it's all based off the fact that it's because you're on the other channel and they don't like someone in that channel. It just shouldn't be like that. Like, just because and this goes back to the whole thing that we were talking about earlier, like, if you know someone's character, you know that they're not liking that person for the wrong reasons. They're not condoning bad behavior. Or also, like like with Janelle, I I never was friends with Mary or What's Up, to be mean to her, or like to be like choosing. Like, I didn't think I had to choose. I thought I was able to stay supportive and comment in her lives, and I liked her. Well, I loved her, like, Walmart runs. Sorry, another sip. It was like girl time. Like, she would go to the Walmart, and like I do the same exact thing, going through the makeup aisle, like picking out things, and I loved it. Like, she'd get hair masks because I get hair masks, and then she, like, do her makeup tutorials, and it was just like girly and girl time, and and pick out different nails. And you know, I would comment what I could to support her because, like I said, it was tough because I didn't have a lot. I'm far away from my family, and I'm also far away from my girlfriends because when I moved down here, it's like an hour away from all my girlfriends, and they have kids. I don't have kids, and so I'd have to go up there, and Joe didn't want to go up there. So I, you know, slowly, I mean, I could hit up any of them and they would be fine. I mean, they'd be like, "Hey, let's get together." But it just kind of became kind of painful because like I didn't get to stay close with them because of the distance. And it's not easy to get down into the country. Like at nighttime, there's no street light. So it's not like, you know, oh, well, once in a while you could do an hour drive and it's like an easy drive. Once you get after you get off the main highway, it's just all like corn and cows and all that stuff. So, you know, you got to really know where you're going. So to expect them to like get a babysitter, so it would have to be me going up there, and then you know, or get lost, or their GP, and there's like bad cell tower service, so that's a problem too because if you got GPS going and you got the address in, then all of a sudden you know it drops out, then you don't know where you are, and then you're like shit, and that's horrible. So I guess I just kind of just let it go. And so when I went through, you know, what Janelle went through, I guess she's been clean a year. I didn't have them to talk to much, like, you know, like I didn't want to dump on them via text or things like that. So I'm really, you know, glad that she had. All right, Mercy, thank you guys so much. Don't forget the sweet smell manure. Yeah, that too. Um, so anyway, so Janelle has that support from girlfriends, and Sharon's not gonna have that. She's gonna have all those, you know, people that are in her chat, but ones that are really gonna be tough love, not ones that are gonna enable and give cash, you know. There's a lot of enablers in there. There's a lot of good people. I don't want to down people in her chat because, you know, that would hurt their feelings. But there's a lot of good people in that chat that have the same intentions that People Watcher and I have towards the people that Maddie and Sharon have. So, you know, it's hard. People that are in addiction don't want tough love. So I know Sharon might be mad if she does listen to this, which she probably won't. I don't know. I think she does listen to my life. She says they're boring, but she listens anyway. Sharon, know that this is all coming from a place where I want you of love, that I want you to be surrounded by people that truly care for you. And I know you need money. I don't think that you should get no money, but when you but because you need to, you know, buy things, you need to survive, you know. But you also need the support of people like that want to keep you clean because they're wanting to keep you clean because they want to keep you alive. And that's what Janelle has. She's got people that want, and Courtney, they want to keep them alive because they love them, you know. So just try to understand that I'm coming from a good place, but I don't agree with what you did putting out, you know. um, I don't want to say her name in front of it because it just increases the talking about what happened. So and so's prawn, that was not cool. That's every girl's worst nightmare if they have anything out on the internet. So yeah, and the true colors came out. What did I say that what's up? What did I say? Do I have to go I have to scroll back up to see what I maybe said that whose true colors came out? No, don't feel stupid following chat. Can get mixed up sometimes. Yeah, exactly. I think you're dealing with it. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Gashad. Yeah, I do keep. I mean, I have it like I have it once a week, but I don't end up in the hospital once a week. I end up in the hospital like once a month, and I have sensitivities, like I said, to I have mast cell, which is those are your allergy cells, which release histamine, which makes your heart go fast. So it would make sense. Like there's something I'm eating or something I'm consuming that's making it release the histamine and jack up the heart rate. Um, if anyone knows anything about like blood tests or any kind of tests that are really legit, because I did not get a good reading on my back when they did the back test to do The prick test, I only came up, like I said, to nuts, and well, mold. So that's like, well, I mean, there's mold pretty much everywhere, but not everywhere. Take talking all that medical lingo. It accumulates in the body. Oops, it just jumped. Why did it do that? It's accumulates in the body, and your body overflows this. Yep, and histamine, guys, Chad. And then the histamine makes you release adrenaline. That's why I talk fast sometimes, because the histamine dilates your blood vessels. So when your blood vessels are dilated, obviously you're getting blood everywhere, but it's not getting as well to your organs. That's why the heart beats faster. So what happens is the body releases adrenaline to constrict the blood vessels, which then jacks up the heart rate even worse. So I have to live like a very like methodical life, which is good. Everyone should think about what they do before they do it. But like I really think about things before I do them. But you're giving me new ways of thinking, because there could be something I'm eating. I keep a journal. There's something I'm eating, and I'm not realizing that because it's sporadic. Like, it's like, where did that come from? Like yesterday, I had an episode. No, over the weekend, I had a horrible weekend. I had an episode where my heart rate went up to almost 200 for about half an hour, and I was just like, I gotta go to the ER, but I did not want to go. And so I waited it out, and it makes you feel like, just you just feel like well, I was throwing up. It'll either make you feel like you're gonna throw up, or you will throw up, and you'll just feel like absolute shit. Like, and it'll cause a panic attack, or what feels like a panic attack, because your heart's really fast, and you're got adrenaline in your body, which is the fight or flight hormone, to get away from stuff. And what are you getting away from? Your heart rate. That's what you're getting away from. So yeah, I think I'm caught up. I think others. Luna, I didn't. I'll just leave it. Glad you guys were. Yeah, Luna was awesome. It was. Yeah, I really respect Darcy for coming up. I really do. And it was like less than 5 minutes we got it resolved. Yeah. So it's just misunderstanding, and then maybe some things that how could she know about me? Like, how could she know? She would have no way of knowing. She gave me the opportunity to explain to her, so she can understand, and then um better understand, like if she sees me like in Sharon's or whatever, that's in no way disrespecting her friend. Now if Janelle and I were really close, like she is, and KFC, they talk every day. Like, if I ever if I ever texted her in the past, or we were ever on the phone together in the past, like on a regular basis, or like her and Swiss Miss, then me going in Sharon's would have been a complete no. I completely agree on that one. But we don't. I just was a chatter. But I could see how, like, that they wasn't our breakup, or not our breakup, our friendship, or whatever it was, our cordiality towards each other was ended over something else, and it wasn't over Sharon. But I could see how that would add to the, like, I don't like you because you like Sharon kind of thing too, because it does look like you like, someone, if you're going over there, because I do like her, because I've liked her from the beginning when she wasn't as mean, and I'm hoping she gets back to that. I really do. Yes, you're leaving work. Yeah, are you making the soup, Luna? Yeah, I think I'm done talking about that. I think we've exhausted because the more we talk about the prawn and whatever, the worse like it is. Just let it go, let it rest, so it can die out. Because if someone hears it on here and they didn't hear about it, then you know what I mean. Like, what? People are so nosy. You don't get home till another 4 hours, Luna? Oh my gosh. No way. You are a workaholic. That's the best kind of aholic to be, is a workaholic. Definitely. but you are a crazy worker. But I think I told you this. I was accounting was my first freshman year of college, and if I'd gone through that class, I would have stayed with it because I like I love numbers, but accounting isn't numbers. I thought it was a lot of like, figuring out numbers and figuring out, you know, uh, like problem solving kind of thing because I did well in math. I'm not tooting my own horn. I don't have any more institute in my house like Sharon. But I did love numbers, but the if I'd gone through the first semester or two, I did get through the first two semesters, but they were concepts and they were just so boring. So I swapped to just general, like I just got all my prereqs and all that done. And then when I broke up with my first fiance, when I got engaged at 18, I I knew I was like, I'm not, after what I went through, which was like really bad. I won't go into it. I was like, I don't ever want to be dependent upon a man. Like, I don't want a man to ever have like control over me. So I decided to go into nursing because I had started to do pre-med, and pre-med was like way too long. I didn't feel well, didn't know because I had what I had. I didn't know I had dysautonomia, and I but I mean, I was able to like function, but I just didn't function as well as everyone else. Like they could bounce back like a lot faster than I did. It took me a long time to bounce back. And even at the beginning of having it, like because I was 13 when I got it, so at 20 I'd only had it 7 years. It had already like impacted me in college. That's when I really noticed it, the extra stress of college, classes and studying and having to do more of than you normally do. And so I did pre-med, and we did, anatomy, physiology, and like dissecting of everything. And I was like, I don't think I could physically, I realized I couldn't physically finish medical school. So I swapped to nursing. And so, because I thought then I could, in 4 years or 3 years with a bachelor's, I can never have to depend on a man because I have money, like I have enough money to support myself. And that was just how I think. That's just like my way, my logic, and that's why I went into nursing. But I wish I had kept with accounting because, like, nursing, like, if you have something where you're fainting, like, you can't work. Like, I mean, you can't have a faint. No one, there's no fainting nurses out there. Like, they can't give you back your nursing license if you're a potential fainter, and so that's, I mean, because they got to watch out for the safety of the patients and first. So, Luna, I'm really proud of you for like cooking and doing what you can to make better food for your husband. Like that's really, because I know you're tired. You work so much, and then to do that on top of it is so much easier just to order out. So yeah, and then I work at my kitchen table while I cook. Oh wow. So you work even longer than like medical staff shifts because they're not really 12 hours. They're more like 13 hours because you have to give nursing report and then also like the ride there depending on like how close you live to the hospital or whatever dialysis, whatever you work. Oh my gosh, it's only 2 p.m. here. Wow. You're I should know that. We've been friends for three years now, have we? I should know. I know Diana knows because she's good at that stuff, but I should know that you're 2 hours behind me. So now I know and I'm gonna remember it. So you'll work till 6 and then you'll go home, you'll cook the soup, and then you'll sit at the table and do more. Yeah, I would love to do that. Like I said, I love like figuring out problem solving and without any emotion. I picked the wrong because I'm a empath, so I picked the wrong profession for sure. Fainting in a chair is much better than on your feet. It's definitely. I used to faint once a day. Every single day I fainted. I don't faint now anymore, but I mean, I can. My body has, because I've gotten muscle and I don't work out like I used to, but I've got to get back to working out more. That strengthens the blood vessels so that they're tighter and then they pump the blood better. So I've got to do that, and so that I feel better because I'm tired of these, heart rate's almost at 200. I wanted to scream. I was just like, ah. I love accounting. I know loser right laugh out loud, but it makes good money and it's something more than just adding. It's a lot of management. Yeah, see, that's what it is. Like I thought it was numbers. I would have been, I guess, a better math teacher, but I'd never wanted to be a teacher. Yeah, I couldn't deal with like the kids that keep acting up. I'd just be like, oh my gosh, and another day. Like, what is that movie, Ferris Bueller's Day Off? You know, like it's like the same day, like the same kids do the same shit and they're not learning like everything you're putting into it. They're just it's going in one ear and out the other because they're just too busy being the class clown or sleeping or talking to their friends. It takes a lot of patience to be a teacher. Now, like I could have been like pre-K, kindergarten up till like maybe like third grade because even like fourth graders are getting pretty bad. I've heard even like third graders are getting pretty bad. I could do that. I could be that kind of a teacher, but I couldn't do anything more than that because I love that age. That age is adorable. They say the cutest stuff. They're hilarious. During tax season, yes, I can. Oh, advanced food intolerance. I just gave you an all-around test for allergies. Okay, gosh, child, I'll look into it. It shouldn't be too expensive. I can afford it. And I think I've even heard of like medication. I mean, rich people get that done. They can actually get their blood tested to see what meds, because that's another thing. I started a new med, and that's what set off the 200s because I reacted to the med, and it like it ruined like 4 days of my life. You know, it sucks. Um, and it gave me really crazy bad side effects. It was awful. So I would I would like to get that done, but I think the med, the one where then that you can say to your doctor, these types of meds or whatever I'm sensitive to, I think is crazy expensive because I think like the Kardashians get that stuff done, you know, like not like ordinary people like me. I can do 16 hours at work days, but by Thursday I'm dead. Of course. Oh my gosh. I only did 16s like for about a year when I worked at a really small NICU, and they only had a small amount of staff, and they'd have like two babies. I mean, sick babies, but it was in Swedesboro. No, not Swedesboro. It was in Washington Township. You guys don't know the towns around here, but it was in Washington Township, and they before they moved. No, the new one was in Washington. The new one was in Washington Township. The old one was in Stratford. Stratford was a tiny little town, so they only had like two babies at the most. So if they had someone call out, they would pay me time and a half, and I would do 16s, and I'd bank, you know. I did that for like a year, but that was just periodic. I could not keep that up for. I'd be in the hospital. Yeah, for sure. You got a good you got a healthy body, Luna. Definitely never take it for granted. Oh yeah, forensic accounting sounds very interesting. Christina Cooper's a naturopathic and she does a urinalysis for intolerances. She's really good, but she's in rant. That's North Jersey, right, Godchild? Thank you for letting me know. Although, you know, she may be the type of doctor who lets you like send your urinalysis and do like Zoom. So I will reference back to this live to get her name. But Christina Cooper is pretty easy to remember because it's two Ks. Oh my gosh, this dry mouth is like crazy. I think it's because I'm not eating that much that I'm not getting my sodium, so that it might be. I'm just not hungry. That's impressive without meth. Yeah, no meth going on here. No, when I just went to the hospital, they checked my blood work and they said my sodium was low. And when your sodium is low, salt makes you retain water, which is why I'm supposed to have a lot of salt. And so if it's low, that would mean that I would be dehydrated, but I'm drinking like constantly, so I don't know. No, I'm not drinking alcohol constantly. I'm drinking fluids constantly. So I don't know why I would be, you know, having such a crazy dry mouth. Probably because I slept with my mouth open, like a weirdo. Oh, she does online too? Oh, that's awesome. Christina Cooper. Awesome. I will definitely check into that. Yeah, because you probably put out stuff in your urine, like when you're uh intolerant to something, histamine. She probably checks histamine levels in the urine, and she probably could I could probably keep like a food diary, like what I ate, and then it could be based on, well, then you have to check your urine like every day. I'd have to be a Kardashian for that to happen. I guess it's, I guess I'll just have to do a food diary and notice when my heart rate jumps up and goes crazy, that I can base it off like, what did you eat yesterday, or what did you eat that day, you know? Thank you. Really, thank you for your insight. You're always really knowledgeable, and you always get like, my mind gets stuck thinking one way, like medically, all that I do know medically, but then when you say something like that, then I'm just like, oh, whenever you come on, you always like have a different twist, which I really appreciate, because then I can start thinking like medically in that aspect to help solve it. Because sometimes like I'm so frustrated, it feels like I hit like a brick wall, and I just like, because my condition is like really hard to deal with. Like I don't complain a lot, but it is it's really not fun. So I appreciate you helping me get hope to think of a new idea of what to do, Then I'm not at that brick wall, hit that brick wall. You read constantly. What do you that makes sense. What do you read? Like, do you read journal articles, or you read um like, I know you don't just read like the basic news on the internet. Or what would you, Beth McCara MC is really good too. Okay, books. Oh, and you get all that knowledge out of books. I mean, not, I know it's in books, but like you have to like get like smarty pants books, like really smarty pants books to like get the good stuff. Molly, what are you doing? I do have a library, but it's really small. It's close. It's just right down the road. I could ride my electric bike there or drive down there. Um, which the exercise would be good if I rode my electric bike, but it's like about 2 miles away, and get the and check out some books. What books do you recommend? Oh, you research specific books. Oh, are you growling at me? You being bad? You want me to pick you up? Okay, well, you know what you gotta do. You gotta put your paws up. Paws. Good girl. Good girl. Gotcha. Actually, like, I like reprimand her when she growls, but I think it's the cutest thing. She's like, "Ah," at me, like, pick me up. Yes, because I just love you so much. I'm in love with my dogs. Yes. Mwah, mwah. And I got to keep you for a little longer, hopefully a lot longer. Because I don't know if you guys know, but Molly almost died over Christmas. It was well, right before Christmas, up until Christmas, it was still iffy. She was in full kidney failure. Every day I'd call the 24/7 hospital that I had put her in. Her kidney levels were even worse. And then on top of it, then the next thing that happened because of that, because the kidneys weren't functioning properly, she put fluid around her lungs, which is horrible because you can't breathe properly if you have fluid around your lungs. And then she had, then the next day, because she was there 3 days, and it was like it cost me like a total fortune, which is why I'm poor right now. So I'm like, well, let me look into see if I can afford that right now. um, and then because I'm paying $1,000 a month to pay it off, because just to get it done and over with. So it's amazing what $1,000 can do when you need it. Um, but you're worth it, baby girl. She just looked at me like sad. No, no, I wouldn't take it back for never, ever, never, ever, ever. It was the best. I won't say how much I spent ever. But the doctors. Oh, and then the next thing was right before she was gonna come home, her hematocrit dropped, which is her volume of blood. So then they realized she was bleeding in her intestines, which she was. It was just like coming out, and so they wanted to euthanize her, and I just could not euthanize her on that table. Like she wasn't in pain. She just was extremely lethargic, and she didn't know. Like she didn't know her name. She couldn't like really pick her head up, and so I just said, well, I want to bring her home with me. Oh, the night before though that I brought her home, I asked the doctor because the reason I figured out she was sick pretty fast before she showed signs was she was cold to the touch. Like I kissed her head a lot, and I kissed her head, and it was like my lips were cold, and I was like, what the heck? And so I was like alarmed about that, but she was acting normal. So then she all of a sudden like just kind of went flop back and just started to like not respond to her name when I called her name, Molly, which she always does because she loves it when I say her name. And then so those are signs of sepsis, because a lot of people think when people get sepsis they actually get like uh fever, but you can, with old people with UTIs or with anybody with sepsis, you can either spike or drop a fever. You can become hypothermic. So she became hypothermic first. So I thought it was an infection, but the only place that this type of dog gets infections is in their uterus, and she's teeny. Like I don't know if you've seen pictures of her next to me, but she's really tiny, and so I'm sure she has an extremely tiny uterus. There was no enlargement that they could see that showed infection, but that didn't mean that there wasn't one. So I thought they put her right away on 2 different antibiotics, because when you don't do blood cultures, you have to check. You have to cover and you have to cover whatever it could possibly be. So these two different types of antibiotics are in 2 different families of antibiotics, and they'll cover pretty much everything. And I didn't find out till the night before she came home that the doctor had only put her on 1 antibiotic. So I said, could you please, like it was just a shot in the dark, but could you please put her on the other one? She's like, I can do that, because like she's like, I'll just charge her account some more, because she probably didn't think it would do shit just for one night. Maybe she got 24 hours, but probably like 12 hours of the antibiotic. So I'm pretty sure that's what cured her, because when she came home she was like horrible for about a week. But after a week of her still being not eating, I just fed her chicken broth, bone chicken broth. She started to like walk and sniff, and so I'm like so happy. Anyway, I'm just blabbering about my dog. Yeah, I know, it was horrible, Luna. Oh, just that's why I wanted to post to Bobbles about like I'm so sad. I mean, I can imagine 17 years. I've had Molly 10 years, so 17 years. Oh man, like that that's a child for sure. Not that Molly's not a child to me, but it's definitely a child. So, but I had a funny feeling. So like I checked, because I have one other account. It's Jules Girl in the Country, and she has that one blocked too. So she's really mad at me. She's really mad at me for believing Chicken Winter. I do not believe Chicken Winter. No, Chicken Winter changes her mind. I just didn't know Chicken Winter, I was new to the scene back, and she was funny, like, and she didn't do that for a while. She had a good like 2 months. She was like just funny. Come to find out, she did some like horrible stuff to Jessie Hope, and like you know how much I adore Jessie Hope. She called people as like family members and like all this kind of stuff. Like people can really like be 2 totally different people. One online and then one in real life. It's unbelievable, like crazy. But she showed her true colors, because um she went off on me. Like she thought I was coming over there also for clout, kind of like I forget who else it was that said something kind of weird, like what, why are you, oh, Court. Yeah, like, why are you over here? And I'm like, well, why wouldn't I be? Like, I'm part of like, everybody knows me. But she didn't know me, so she didn't know. She probably thought I was just some like, how you get just like someone who just starts typing like a paragraph, and you're just like, oh, this is weird, they don't know me. But I kind of felt like I kind of knew them, because I knew everybody else, and everybody else of my friends knew them and were friends with them, and I got their personalities pretty quick. Like when I watched the chats, because I'd watch like everyone's comments, and I'm like, oh, they're I like this person, or I like that person. They're cool. They've got this cute quality, or this, or really pretty in this way, or whatever. So I just kind of like oddly was just like, oh, Court, I remember she'd been real close with Sharon, but she didn't know me from scratch, because I was not in THs, and when she was friends with Sharon, I was definitely not friends with Sharon. Sharon was putting out all kinds of nasty stuff about me. Like, just kept doing it just to push my buttons, because it'd go like a month and there'd be nothing, and I would like do nothing. Like, I did put out a couple videos like talking back to Sharon. She didn't like that, but I didn't do anything. And then she put out something like really mean about me, and just to like push my thing. And I'm like, what I just went through, like with the whole like psychosis. I mean, that's like bad as it gets when it comes to the brain. Like, and to like just try to like aggravate, like hurt someone, like that's just wrong. But I don't know. I guess I just saw through that. And once like I guess I forgive easily, like you have to really be pretty awful for me to like, you know if there was like a really rich female who had everything that she needed, and she had like a chauffeur, and got her toenails and nails painted a different color every day, and had someone to come in to like do eyelash extensions like in her house and massages every day, and she was mean to me, I don't think I would forgive, because I'd be like, they don't have any reason to like be doing what the shit they're doing. But anyone else, like, I try to like see around the whole picture of what was going on, and like what they might see through their eyes, like how I might see it if I was in their shoes. So then it's like, all right, yeah, I can see that. So, you know, and having a history of addiction, obviously that helps, since we are like surrounded by that in this community. Good stuff. Yeah, I don't know, guys. You guys aren't too talkative. I've just been blabbing on, and I don't know what else I can. I guess I've been on here for same amount as I did last time, 3 hours. Wow, time flies when you're having fun. The Fire and Mystery of Awareness by Bert Harding. Okay, yeah, like I said, I can just go right back into my live and find your comments. God shout it, no problem. And then I can, because I don't have a pen and paper right next to me. That sounds very interesting. Unexpected, finding resilience through functional medicine. Oh, that one sounds even more up my alley right now. By Jill Carnahan. Thank you. I appreciate that. You picked out two good ones. I mean, I'm definitely sure that my library, that's like the size of like a hoagie shop. You guys might call them submarines. I don't know. We call them hoagies in Jersey, but like my library, that's the size of a hoagie shop, definitely doesn't have those. But I know you can, like, most libraries let you order them. You can just put in a request, and then they can have it sent from another library. So I can try to do that, because I think I would enjoy reading if it's something that I can learn something from, like how I learn from you guys in the chat. That's one reason I love chatting with you guys, is I get to learn from you guys. So that's really cool. And I just looked back. I didn't know meth made people have dry mouth. Is that why they have bad teeth? That's why they have bad teeth, because the meth. I always knew that there's medicines that dry out your mouth, and you're supposed to get on something like those mouthwashes that like lubricate your mouth. Oh, I don't know why I said that word. Anyway, I don't want to get what's up started. Pervert. Never mind. Whatever. I'll just let it go. I should have let it go. The If you um take meds, or certain, like, I think antidepressants are one, and there's other ones that cause dry mouth. So the gums need the moisture to help with, I guess, fighting off infection in the teeth, and keeping like the bacteria at bay. So that's why they start losing their teeth and getting rotten and messed up. Yeah. I just figured that out. Thank you. I didn't know that. Because I always wondered that. I'm like, what is it like? They're not like banging their teeth. Why are their teeth like coming out? I don't understand. Like, they're just smoking the meth pipe. Smoking the meth pipe. That's something I'd say though. Good stuff. Good stuff. My older brother. Sorry, I just faked. He's funny. He's always like, good deal. Good deal. He's hilarious. He's a scientist, my brother. He's hilarious. He's like the crazy funny professor. Well, he's not a professor anymore, but he's a hoot. He's a researcher. He does research for COVID or whatever. That's what he does. He got a better job. I don't know how he could have gotten a better job than he already had, but apparently he worked his way to the top. And he was the one that was goofing off all the time, smoking pot, doing stuff in high school, doing whippets, like doing all kinds of goofy stuff. He was goofing around. I was like straight A's, like studious. My mom would be like, Jewel, do you have to bring all those books in your backpack home? You're gonna break your back. You're so small, and your backpack is as big as you are. And I was like, yes, I have to. I have to be studious. I want to impress my teachers with my grades. No, I didn't care about that. I just like learning. That's why I wanted to go do like, I don't know if you guys knew about that, where you audit classes. It sounds like accounting, but it's not just like you sit in and you don't have to pay for it, because I'm not allowed to go back to college like for any classes because I'm disabled, or I'll lose all my benefits. So I can't do any like actual classes. But every time I start to feel better, I think like, okay, now I can, and then I have a flare up or whatever. But I'd like to call around because Rowan University is one near us. That's a really good university. I actually used to work for Mr. Rowan. He was had a huge company. They made these huge metal vats where they melted down like different metals. I don't know what metal it was made out of. I worked in the accounting department, but I did accounts payable and accounts receivable. That's more numbers. I just did that like in between college, like between my classes. I mean between my breaks, and I liked it. Well, I was supposed to do accounts receivable, but my boss said like you're doing really good in here. Will you learn the other side too? So I was like, yeah. So then I would, whenever they needed me over there, then I'd go run over there. And they offered me a job. I should have stuck with it instead of going into nursing, but hindsight's 2020. Yeah, it was boring. I was just like sitting in an office and everyone was in their cubicles, and I don't know. I was more of a people person. I guess I was less shy. What's up back then? I think I was less shy back then. I was still shy, but less shy. Oh, you talk a lot outside of you. Yeah, you do. You have nothing to tell me that you haven't already told me today. Was your work day busy? Did you have was it a lot of work? Was it crazy? Wow, God, shot 100 books a year, 2 books a week. Oh, thanks for breaking it down for me. That's awesome. And then those are things you can like think about, like, day to day. That's really good. You can think about the different concepts and just like enlarge your brain capacity, like, because once you know about, you know, a lot of stuff and then you build on it, that's really good. So I guess I better start small, go to my little tiny Hoagie Shack library in Salem, and then I'll get a couple books and order the ones that you mentioned and work. Because I don't really like novels. Like, I can't really get into them very much. There's every once in a while I'll get a good one, but it's like 1 out of 10, and you have to read 9 more to get to the one good one that keeps you like where you don't want to put it down. Yeah, I was busy. Yeah. Oh, right. It is Monday. Would be the busiest day. That makes sense. That's very smart. Yeah, you learn a lot from reading. How to better your life too. Right. By being not don't to be reactive but proactive. That's awesome, Godshon. I need to come up with a new word instead of awesome. That's spectacular. Well, you guys, I guess it's been 3 hours, and I know definitely don't want to do a 4 hour. So I really appreciate you staying with me for the long haul. some of you I know did stay with me for the long haul, so I appreciate it. And I will possibly come on later this week. I'm not sure, but yeah, maybe I'll have some more interesting things to talk about. But if Marcy Darcy hears this, thank you so much. That was just spectacular. There we go. That's a new word. That was spectacular. I really, really appreciate it. I'm so happy. It makes me like it'll be so nice to see you in the comments to be able to write you back a nice comment and know that we're on really good terms. So, all right, you guys have a great rest of your day. And like I said, thanks for sticking with me. I'm sure some of my topics are not as interesting as drama. And I have no one else to entertain you but me, myself, and I with a dry mouth, but which is not meth. But I will talk to you guys soon. Like I said, hopefully later this week I'll feel up to it. All right. All right, bye guys. Oh, bye guys, Chad. Peace out. What's up? Bye, Luna. Hearts back to you. Love ya. Bye.